Disclaimer: this video is an educational documentary made with the intent to educate the viewer. Everything in this video is based on public information gathered through research on the internet based on real life events. I am not accusing anyone in this video of being guilty of any crimes. This video follows all YouTube community guidelines. All footage and material is covered under fair use.
According to GBI, rapper King Von and his group were at Opium nightclub before making their way here to Monaco Hookah Lounge, then to the parking lot where chaos ensued. 26-year-old Devon Bennett, also known as rapper King Von, shot and killed after a deadly fight erupted in front of Monaco Hookah Lounge.
YoungBoy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
You talking crazy on this one.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that. You got cap in your raps. Why be a straight when I catch him is that?
APD responding, attempting to stop the shooting, but it was too late. 6 men shot, King Von and 2 others dead.
Pick 'em out, just choose your side. Bad rapper.
We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is charged in a murder-for-hire plot.
Lil Durk's real name is Durk Bank, and he is from Chicago. This is his mugshot from Florida, where he was arrested last night and is being held without bond.
It's up that I'd rather get revenge instead of me.
Now, the plot targeted rapper Quando Rondo's cousin, who was killed in 2022. Investigators believe it was retaliation for the earlier murder of Chicago rapper King Von.
Green light, go, 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 go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming, no, no. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming, no, no.
To get a better understanding of what happened, first we must dive into the early friendship of both camps. Hailing from the mean streets of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Kentrell Gaulden would begin rapping at the age of just 15 years old. In 2015, he dropped his debut mixtape, Life Before Fame, which would instantly gain him traction, followed up by Mind of a Menace in December of that same year. He followed up in 2016 with his mixtapes Mind of a Menace number 2 and 3. After just a calendar year of dropping music, in the year of 2016, NBA YoungBoy would blow up after dropping his hit record 38 Baby, along with his mixtape titled 38 Baby as well. At just 16 years old, YoungBoy had a very promising career ahead of him on his way to superstardom. On the other hand, Lil Durk was ice cold, trying to reignite his rap career. Durk had been in the rap game since 2009, having a crazy local buzz throughout the city of Chicago at the time. Throughout the early 2010s, Durk would begin taking rap more seriously after dropping multiple songs and mixtapes, most notably the 2013 mixtape Signed to the Streets, which became an instant drill classic. Despite his growing success, Durk was seemingly being outshined by another Chicago drill rapper by the name of Chief Keef, who would become a household name in 2012, bringing Chicago drill to new heights. After dropping Signed to the Streets, Durk would continue dropping music, but his buzz would decrease as the years went on. By the mid-2010s, Durk was struggling to find his spot in the rap game, flip-flopping from the gritty drill sound to a more commercial sound to try and evolve as an artist. After YoungBoy's major blow-up in 2016, Durk would instantly take a liking to him and his music. In 2017, Durk and YoungBoy would cross paths for the very first time, after recording a track together titled My Side. In November of 2017, Durk took to Twitter asking if he should release the track, and just a few weeks later, on November 25th, 2017, the song would officially be released. During this time, Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy had their sights set on signing 2 very talented rappers to their respected labels. Longtime friend of Durk named Devon Bennett, aka King Von, was signed to Durk's label, OTF, after his release from jail in December of 2017. It has been rumored that long before Von ever wrote a verse, he had allegedly killed 7 people in the early 2010s. King Von was from the famous part of Chicago, Parkway Gardens, aka O Block. During that exact time of late 2017, another up-and-coming rapper hailing from Savannah, Georgia, who went under the stage name Quando Rondo, was gaining traction. After being released from jail in November 2017, he dropped a freestyle called I Remember, which was written while he was behind bars. The track quickly went viral on YouTube, putting other rappers on notice.
It's on my avenue by myself, I ain't need a gang member. I remember, I ain't had no money on my books this time last year around September. I remember, 12 drop behind me, I'ma do the dash real fast, no surrender. I remember, I remember, I remember. I remember.
Lil Baby would even hop on the official version of the track that was released in January 2018. Quando Rondo's rap career was off to a very good start. Lil Durk himself would instantly take a liking to Quando and his music, prompting the two to collaborate on a track. The track would end up on his debut mixtape Life Before Fame, which dropped on April 17th. The track was titled Other Side, which also featured Atlanta rapper Gunna. Now Durk and Lil Baby weren't the only ones keeping Quando on their radar, because NBA YoungBoy was also taking a liking to Quando as well. This mixtape would also include Quando's breakout song ABG, Anybody Can Get It. Quando would then receive a DM from none other than NBA YoungBoy, who was interested in signing him to his Atlantic Records imprint, NBA, or Never Broke Again. That summer, in June of 2018, Quando Rondo would officially be signed to Never Broke Again. In his August 2018 track, Kickin' It, at the end of the music video, the NBA logo can be seen on the screen, as it was now public that Quando Rondo was under the NBA banner. That same month, Lil Durk would appear on No Jumper, and when Adam22 would ask him who his favorite rappers are right now, he would name NBA YoungBoy as one of those rappers.
Free Rondo number 9 too. That's why I just be seeing people, they be like, why you ain't buying him out? Why? Go get him. You can't go get him. He already got convicted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he definitely gonna be home real soon.
Damn, that's crazy. That would be like a real like holiday type vibe for you guys if you're able to do that, huh?
If I don't do nothing, I'm making him and NBA YoungBoy do a mixtape.
Wow.
For sure. I'm gonna stand on top of that.
Damn, that's crazy. That's somebody you're a huge fan of right now?
YoungBoy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I f with him.
He got that soul, that passion in his voice, huh?
I f with him. Like 100%, like hard.
For sure,
like,
yeah.
He my top 5 for sure.
Durk's OTF artist, King Von, would begin dropping tracks in the early summer of 2018, starting off in May with the track Beat That Body alongside THF Zoo. Von also made an appearance on the track Problems on the Only the Family Involved album on July 31st. Both King Von and Quando Rondo had their careers paralleling, blowing up at around the same time, with Quando blowing up earlier that year, and Von was on the cusp of a major breakthrough. In late 2018, NBA YoungBoy was live on IG when Lil Durk would pop in, prompting YoungBoy to add him to the live.
Good, you on? What you on, buddy? Oh, cool. Where you at? I can't even hear you. Where you at with it? You get me? Where you at with it? Yeah, that shit f***ing up. Yeah. Hell no, that's low as hell. You hear me? That shit be doing that a lot.
Von dropped another track called War With Us on October 18th. Von then dropped another track on December 16th, 2018 called Crazy Story, which would become Von's breakout track, climbing to number 81 on the Billboard Hot 100. Fans were captivated by Von's incredible storytelling abilities, mixed in with the legitimacy of rapping about murders he allegedly committed. Later that month, on December 21st, Durk took to Instagram to post some recent projects that dropped, one of them being YoungBoy's mixtape Reeler, captioning it, They Feeding the Streets. As you could tell, Durk was a huge supporter of YoungBoy, and all was well between the two camps. But in the year of 2019, this friendship would take a complete turn for the worse. In February 2019, King Von was on Instagram Live, and would ask a female if she likes YoungBoy. The question was just weird. Even the female on the live didn't know why Von would ask this. He then would go on to say that YB isn't all that or better than him, but would then retract it when he said that YB is his brother.
You f with YoungBoy? Why? I'm just damn.
Man, hang up on your
Well, you feel like you cheating? Go ahead, say you f with him. I'm gonna hang up on you. Just don't. I race. I just play. You f with him? Yeah. He cool, right? So I can't speak on him. He ain't all that, is he, though? What you trying to say? Like, I'm just trying to see what you feel about him. He cool. He's straight. He ain't better than you. He ain't better than you. Yeah, for sure. Cause he don't be doing shit. I ain't gonna do it. Cause he be hating. You f***ing him? Now that's my brother. YoungBoy. Yeah. NBA YoungBoy. So why you standing like this? You gotta go. You gotta go. Hang up on your ass.
That same month, Von would go on live to call out NBA YoungBoy once again, this time while in the car bumping YoungBoy's latest project, Realer. While listening to the track Play With Us, Von had some words for YB and his lyrics, saying that he's talking crazy on the track and he isn't even like that. Von tells YB that he has cap in his raps, alluding to YoungBoy being a fake gangster in his songs.
YoungBoy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
He talking crazy on this man.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Oh!
On this nah.
On his
All that cap. You got cap in your raps.
Go straight, boss. Don't hit the white lady.
You got cap in your raps.
King Von would later claim that it wasn't serious and all jokes, as he took to IG on his story to clarify this, stating, "The only way me and YoungBoy will be into it is if you start hanging on 63rd. In the midst of all this, that same month, King Von and Quando Rondo actually linked up with Quando dissing 63rd, which is the street where the GDs, or Gangster Disciples in Chicago, are located. The GDs are longtime rivals of Von, so it seemed as if Quando was really riding with Von.
Come on, right now. 63rd. That's how we coming. I'm coming up. You know, we on 64. We got most of this. Hey, we on 64 with this shit. I don't get your man, your teeth shining like a on this bitch. Hold on, get your teeth in that. Damn. Y'all steal some shit from me. Y'all 64. Y'all stealing. I'm saying though, they got 63rd. Some dirty ass going on. What y'all niggas talking about? I'm talking about. Hey, listen, though, man. No 64, y'all 63rd over there smoking crack and shit.
On February 27, 2019, Von put out a tweet tagging YoungBoy where he would quote lyrics from YB's hit 2018 song Slime Belief, saying, "That shit they talk, I can tell it's cap," with a demon emoji. Despite him addressing his situation with YB, Von's clarification wouldn't be so clear, because a couple of weeks later, in April of 2019, Von went back on IG Live and he would diss YoungBoy once again. This time he would call YoungBoy a straight bitch, but then would retract it, saying that he's just playing and YB is his brother. This marked the third time in the span of a couple of months that Von would diss YoungBoy, so perhaps this is how Von truly felt.
YB a straight when I catch him is that.
So baby, let me cater to you.
Now I'm just playing my brother.
Von would then tweet out to YoungBoy again, this time just simply putting an emoji with exclamation marks. Days later, Von would then use lyrics from YB's track Sky Cry on his caption. Word would begin quickly spreading about Von's disses on IG Live, with Shade Room declaring that Von was trolling YB. Now keep the word troll in mind because it'll play a pivotal role in this beef. YoungBoy himself would never respond to these disses, but YB was definitely sitting back in the shadows hearing everything Von was saying. An affiliate of YoungBoy named NBA KD would hop on IG Live on May 2nd, 2019, and he would address Von's comments towards YoungBoy after fans were commenting that King Von was dissing YoungBoy in his IG Live.
I ain't no nigga diss money product, you hear me? Not big AI, you hear me? No, you hear me? Nah, man, f that, you hear me? shit, you hear me? Ain't no fucking with him. None of them, you hear me? On slime, but look. Man, look. Nigga know what the fuck it is, you hear me? Cause I ain't lying, bro. When we meet niggas be pulling, niggas be they big dogs, you hear me? Be scared as a having their tails tucked, all that shit, man. I ain't never see a 19-year-old had down to 30 scared, you hear me? But look, that's how it go, you hear me? When you the big slam on this bitch, man. You hear me? No. You hear me? You hear me? All that, man.
In the beginning of that year, YoungBoy was working on his up-and-coming project, which would be the sequel to his 2017 project, AI YoungBoy, while dealing with his own issues with his bitter enemies, TBG. After a failed assassination attempt on his life, whilst on his way to Rolling Loud 2019 in Miami, after his performance, YoungBoy would be locked up for violating probation. With rap's biggest rising star behind bars, Lil Durk would have crazy momentum. Ever since 2018, Durk had seemingly made a comeback after a couple of years of struggling to regain some buzz. On May 1st, 2019, Von took to Twitter tweeting out lyrics to YoungBoy's 2018 song, Genie. Despite all of the disses, it seemed as if Von was still a fan of YoungBoy's music. That same month of May of 2019, Durk would be featured alongside his OTF artist King Von for the remix for Von's breakout track, Crazy Story. YoungBoy wasn't the only one who faced legal troubles that month, as Durk and King Von were both arrested on charges relating to a non-lethal shooting that took place on February 5th, 2019. Prosecutors believe that Durk and Von were responsible for robbing and shooting a man outside of an Atlanta drive-in for a Jeep Cherokee and $30,000.
On Friday, detectives from Atlanta and Chicago testified in the criminal case against rapper Lil Durk in Fulton County Court. They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Durk Derek Banks, and his co-defendant Devontae Bennett were seen on camera involved in shooting Alexander Witherspoon, a person police say they knew.
They were hanging out. They went to a studio to make music.
The rapper and Bennett listened to the evidence against them in court. Police told the judge later that night the victim, Banks, Bennett, and others went to a nightclub, a gas station, and ended up in the parking lot of the Varsity. That's when Witherspoon said he was robbed and shot.
He said his chain was snatched off his neck, and he had $30,000 stolen from him, and they stole the vehicle he was driving.
Police say Banks was seen on tape shooting a gun.
After spending a couple of weeks in jail, both Durk and Von would be released on bond, with Von's being $250,000 and Durk's bond being $300,000. Upon their release, they dropped another collab track called Like That on July 9th. On August 2nd, 2019, Durk dropped his fourth studio album, Love Songs for the Streets 2, which sold 44,000 copies in the first week, debuting at number 4 on the Billboard 200. During the week of this album release, a trend would begin on Twitter of people listing who they believe are the top 50 rappers of all time. On August 7th, Durk himself would post his own list to Instagram in no particular order, and on his list appeared NBA YoungBoy and Quando Rondo. Just a week later, on August 15th, 2019, after nearly 3 months behind bars, YoungBoy would walk free, but with a caveat. YoungBoy would have to serve the next 14 months under house arrest, where he would have to wear a GPS monitor and was barred from performing.
Come over here while you get over there. Come in, man.
No, you look at my shirt picture. It's hard. Hey, we out of here, huh? We made it out, boy. Made it off. So happy we got out.
King Von actually welcomed YoungBoy home after the news broke with a tweet reading, "Welcome home, gang, at GG YoungBoy, your ugly ass." After his release from jail, YoungBoy would quickly begin the rollout for AI YoungBoy 2, dropping the music video for the first single called Slime Mentality on September 1st, 2019. This track would be bundled with the second single called Self Control, which dropped just days later on September 6th and served as his first day out song. YoungBoy was seemingly taking his time on house arrest to his advantage and creating a legendary album. Later that month, YoungBoy would release one of his greatest songs of all time on September 25th, a track called House Arrest Tings, which would be released as a YouTube exclusive, failing to appear on AI YoungBoy 2, but rather ended up on his 2020 album, Top. That night of the release of YB's mixtape, AI YoungBoy 2, on October 10th, academics would take to Twitter to praise YoungBoy, saying, "Man, y'all talking that bullshit though, NBA YoungBoy drops tonight. That dude might be the realest rapper since the Chirac drill era. Name another rapper with the in their raps and real life other than him. I'll wait at them." Durk would reply under the tweet saying King Von is just as real, if not more realer, than NBA YoungBoy. YoungBoy would drop his mixtape AI YoungBoy 2 on October 11th, 2019. Lil Durk would show support for the album by putting out a tweet saying that YoungBoy's music is so hard, followed by an Instagram story where he posted the album tagging YoungBoy, writing, "This lil so hard." Clearly, Durk was a huge fan of YoungBoy as he watched him take over, as 2019 was truly the year that YoungBoy broke through as one of the biggest rappers in the game. Durk's artist King Von was also making major moves in late 2019, dropping his debut mixtape Grandson Volume 1 on September 20th, which featured the track Twin Nem alongside Lil Durk. This was a nod to the alliance Von and Durk had formed, referring to themselves as Evil Twins. On December 11th, 2019, OTF dropped their compilation album Family Over Everything, which had the tracks Gang Forever and They Be Talkin', which saw Von and Durk appearing alongside each other on wax once again. The cover for this album shows all of the members of OTF, which is laid out like a crime organization, naming Durk as the boss and King Von as an underboss, possibly hinting that OTF was doing more than just putting out records. As 2019 closed out, this unfortunately would be the final year we would see Durk, Von, and the rest of OTF on good terms with YoungBoy, Quando Rondo, and the rest of NBA. In 2020, this beef went from subtle disses on IG Live to a life or death situation. Music-wise, 2019 was a great year for both camps. YoungBoy was getting bigger each year, while Durk had finally managed to make a comeback. This time, he was on a path to be bigger than he ever was before, with the help of his evil twin, King Von. In January of 2020, Quando Rondo dropped his debut album, Q-Pac, and Lil Durk would be featured on the track Safest. Somewhere along the lines, around this time period, it's heavily speculated that NBA YoungBoy and King Von actually recorded a song together. Speculation began when on February 2nd, 2020, King Von took to his Twitter to write, "YoungBoy holding that shit to his chest. Drop that shit, bitch," at GG YoungBoy. Now these two actually never went to the studio and recorded anything together. A demo track that NBA YoungBoy had recorded a while back called Blame It would end up leaking. Von actually decided to hop on this track himself, adding his verse in. This can be backed up by King Von actually tweeting out lyrics from YoungBoy's verse off the track, so this could have been what Von was referring to in his tweet. Von would also preview this track on IG Live with his verse added in. YoungBoy seemingly didn't appreciate how Von decided to just record over an older leaked demo track and now wanted to get the clearance for the feature. Von did this because he genuinely liked YoungBoy's music and wanted the clearance from YoungBoy himself to drop this track, but never got it. This would also rub Von the wrong way that YoungBoy wouldn't give clearance to drop the track. King Von would then go on IG Live speaking on YoungBoy, saying that he messes with him despite YoungBoy ignoring his feature request and giving him the cold shoulder.
I fuck NBA YoungBoy too. They just got a lot of shit going on. You just can't be fucking nobody when they got all this shit going on. You trying to get rich, they trying to, I don't know what the fuck they got going on. But I really just, my block, like everybody else, they cool, and they all, and like, in rapping and shit, they cool, everybody cool.
Despite this, King Von would continue supporting YoungBoy throughout the year of 2020, as well as trolling him on several occasions, mocking a lot of his viral clips, recreating them, and even talking like YoungBoy.
Oh, as my grandma raised me. You hear me? You know I ain't no. What up?
My grandma raised me. You know I ain't no. Matter of fact.
My wife? You talking about my wife? Inside my house that I paid for? Now her ass dead, huh?
My bed.
He said wife.
Man, whatever. It's upset.
Who, huh? Who, huh?
Honestly.
Shit off my neck. You snatched it off his neck. Look at the camera with your scare ass. Let this snatch my chain off your neck. You ain't snatched shit off my neck.
But I got this, but y'all ain't take no chain off my neck. Y'all took it off.
You ain't take shit from me.
Hey, you better tell him. Ain't no duplicating this shit. Ain't no duplicating this shit at all. I told him I want everything black. Yeah, man, I'm dropping one video. I'm disappearing.
In the summer of 2020, YoungBoy was gearing up to drop his second studio album, Top. In late July, YoungBoy put out a tweet asking if he should drop, which King Von would comment on a blog post with a rocket and fire emoji, clearly wanting that new YoungBoy. Little did we know it, but a very serious beef was about to begin. Let me take you back to late 2018 and early 2019. Somewhere along the lines, King Von would begin dating Asian Doll, going public for the very first time about it in early 2019. Von would become very attached to her, vowing to handle anyone who messed with her, even beating up someone for calling her a bitch. So as you could tell, Von was really down with Asian Doll.
Age is the reason my hair like this. Somebody called my girlfriend a bitch yesterday. And you ain't gonna smack one of them for me out of this. Tell him what happened to my hand, bro.
Folks overbeat his ass.
Call my girlfriend a bitch.
In May of 2020, Von put out a tweet alluding that he and Asian Doll were having relationship problems. Now, YoungBoy himself was still with his wife, Ayanna Mayweather, but deep down, YoungBoy was heartbroken over one female that he loved deeply, Jania Meshel. In late 2017, the two would become an official couple, being photographed together, and she even appeared in some of YoungBoy's music videos, most notoriously his hit 2018 record, Outside Today. Their relationship was extremely volatile, and in early 2019, the two would be on and off. In February 2018, the two got into an altercation at a hotel in Florida before a show. Surveillance footage shows YoungBoy allegedly putting his hands on her and body slamming her to the ground. YoungBoy would be arrested for this and also charged with kidnapping, but was released on bail weeks later. The two wouldn't be able to communicate with each other for the time being. Jania would debunk the abuse rumors on Instagram, saying,
He was like, Jania, you not talking to me? So if you see in the video, he said, Nene, come here. Nene, come here. Nene, come here. So, I mean, that video is us playing.
YoungBoy would clarify that he has never abused her in an Instagram live, while he was with a new girl, saying that once he's allowed to be with Jania again, he's gonna leave her.
Yeah, Jania been pregnant from when the first incident happened and I went to jail. See, I never physically punched my girl. I never physically slapped my girl, you hear me? Yeah. But you know, they gon' bill it for who I am. And when they ban us from around each other, you know, we couldn't speak no more. But at the same time, you know, when everything back right, you know what it is. You know, it's tatted on me 4 times, you hear me? I got a face right here. It's tatted on me 4 times. So every they look at me, they know what it is. I'll leave you in a second when them charges drop. You go through for the person who you love. Like, I'm in love with her. So if this would come with behind being with her, that's what it is, you hear me? I love her. Yeah. You hear me? We don't, man, hey. Yeah. Get on live with her and ask her about me. She gonna die about it. You hear me? Hey, she ain't never, man, I'm telling you, we ain't even gotta talk about it. Once the charges drop though, hey, the bitch I'm with now, she gotta go, and she know that. She's sitting right here. She gotta go. Hey, you know you gotta go, huh? Oh shit. Right. Oh shit.
This toxic relationship continued for a couple of more months, with YoungBoy getting multiple tattoos in Jania's honor, with her name tatted above his eye. Jania got the same tattoo with YoungBoy's government name, Contrell. YB also had a tattoo on his hand, even getting her full face tattooed on his chest. So as you could tell, YoungBoy was head over heels in love with her. In the summer of 2018, this relationship would come to an unfortunate end, causing YoungBoy to go into a deep depression. On February 13th, 2019, they welcomed their newborn child, Casey, which YoungBoy would even dedicate a song to in the summer of 2020 called Casey Talk. Now that you're caught up with YoungBoy and Jania's toxic relationship, let's get into where things went wrong with King Von. After not wanting to answer to Von and do a feature, Von would seemingly continue to antagonize YoungBoy throughout 2020. It seemed as if YoungBoy was keeping his close eye on Von and his trolling ever since early 2019 when he dissed YB on multiple occasions. Who knows why Von was doing this trolling? Maybe it was his way of showing love. Or maybe he just wanted the attention of YoungBoy because he was a fan of his music. In August of 2020, Von would take his trolling to a whole new level. It all started on August 15th with a tweet Von put out saying, "Wouldn't believe the female I just made a hit with. Finna be crazy." Speculation would arise as to who exactly Von was talking about, but it would become clear later that day when images of King Von and Jania would surface online. This was also weird because Jania didn't really make much music other than appearances on YoungBoy's songs when they were together. But it seemed as if Von was not talking about music when he said they made a hit. It was heavily alluded by Von and his sister Kayla B that Jania and King Von had recorded a sex tape together. I mean, if we look at these photos, you can see them holding hands. Clearly, something was going on between these two that wasn't music. The internet would then have immediate speculation that these two had an affair. There was also an unnamed person who claimed via Instagram DM that Jania and Von were not making music together, but were rather hooking up, and actually had made a sex tape together, claiming that Jania is obsessed with Von, blowing up his phone, and claims the night that the photos that surfaced from the studio got out, they allegedly slept together. According to a leaked DM from King Von himself, he did a song with Jania to make Asian Doll mad. Jania would then hop on live to clarify that they didn't hook up, but just were working together.
Everybody, like, always want to say, like, I with somebody, and that girl best friend, like, you don't even know me, so just shut up. Like, yeah, I don't know what you want, but yeah, don't say nothing about me. Thank you. But anyways, like I said, I don't know. I've been working. We have a song coming out. Y'all wasn't supposed to know, but it is what it is now. We have a song coming out. So when the song come out, y'all gonna with it. Just know it's hard as you feel me. It's not gonna be the only I do a feature with. Like, come on now. So if y'all think, y'all don't know what y'all gonna think. But I don't know, y'all. I really want to do this. So guess what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to be a rapper. So, period. Ain't nobody for the streets. I'm just trying to get my money to take care of my son. Period. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. That's funny as I really woke up to this shit like, no, like these people finna think I talk to this man. They gonna say I'm from the streets. Oh my God, you need to talk to another rapper. No, y'all, I'm done with this. I told y'all what I'm on. And I've been telling y'all, I've been in the studio. Like, y'all saw pictures, y'all saw that shit. Y'all heard my verse. Like, come on now. Period, telling me. Nah, I just find it funny. Like, in that break, I ain't gonna even say nothing about that. Tell her when her credit score 800, say something to me. Until then, say nothing to me. Do a song with Kentrell. I don't think he want to do a song with me, but okay. We walked to the table to play the little game after my studio session, and I went home. That's it. Y'all trying to make stories out of nothing with that man.
Asian Doll herself would hop on live to say that Jania is lying.
Oh, nah, I'm asking them DMs. I've been seeing. She's lying. I've been seeing. Been on dick. I've been seeing it. None of this not a surprise. This is just on the internet right now. You know what I'm saying? I've been new.
More leaked DMs this time from YoungBoy's wife, Jaslyn, claimed that YoungBoy and Jania were still hooking up while she was allegedly dating King Von. Now, Jaslyn would hop on her IG story to deny that these DMs are real, saying, "I don't even have a close friends. Y'all really tried it, weirdos." Then another story saying, crazy part, y'all can't show what quote-unquote friend I was texting because I would gladly show the DM between that quote-unquote friend. If y'all really knew me, you wouldn't have to think twice about them fake messages. Y'all are so weird. Y'all love to see drama for real. And y'all really try to play with my character like that because y'all can't find wrong that I do. Who the f do I bother? Nobody. I'm not finna go live trying to explain myself or prove myself. Not finna keep responding on these pages y'all post this fake ass shit on. I know what I do and don't do at the end of the day, so f what y'all believe. All the while, YoungBoy was watching in the shadows, and he was not happy with this. Vaughn had finally took his trolling towards YoungBoy too far. What I find kind of weird is that this also comes just days after YoungBoy dropped the track Casey Talk, which was dedicated to his son. YoungBoy would break his silence the next day on August 16th, 2020, where he would head to the studio. From the studio, he would respond to Vaughn on Instagram, posting a photo of him and his son flashing a lot of cash with the caption aimed at King Von saying, "I'm gonna make sure that my son f*** your daughter since you trolling bitch. Hashtag 4K Trey, hashtag b***." This was a clear threat towards King Von, and YB wasn't done, cause that same day he recorded a track called Dead Trolls, which was a full-length diss track aimed at King Von. YoungBoy went live on Instagram previewing the track for the first time while flashing guns at the camera as a warning to Von. That same day, Lil Reese would get himself involved when he would tweet at Quando Rondo saying, "I ain't gonna lie, when I catch Quando Rondo again, I wanna see what all that tough shit about. Beat the f*** out that little boy, he too little." Quando would then respond on IG in a video.
Man, that nigga ain't gonna do nothing to me. Nigga don't need no academics. Man, you don't deserve to live no more, bet, bro. I hope you die. On God. Dudes, Bondus, I need you to whip some of that voodoo up.
Let's go.
For real. I need you to fucking nigga life up, Bondus.
Let's go tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Man, I'm about to go stop by the Woo Lady.
After all this went down, the world now knew that NBA YoungBoy, Quando Rondo, and the rest of NBA was now beefing with King Von and the rest of OTF, and things were about to get very serious very fast. After playing the unreleased track on IG Live, Dead Trolls, fans quickly speculated who he was talking to on the record, but it narrowed down ultimately to King Von. That same day, Von put out a tweet telling YoungBoy to relax, it's just the internet, followed up by Von hopping on IG Live where he would threaten to smack YoungBoy and all of his affiliates.
No warnings, ain't no talking about it, ain't no kidding. Gonna smack shit on us.
Days later, on August 19th, King Von would drop a snippet to a track called Too Real, which would be released posthumously on his album What It Means to Be King. On the snippet he previewed, he was dissing someone that was speculated to be a response to NBA YoungBoy.
Tell him drop the low. What? He gon' get exposed. Rap beef turned to homicide. You distant, we gon' slide.
Fast forward a couple of weeks later, on September 11th, 2020, NBA YoungBoy would release his sophomore album, Top. On the album appeared the King Von diss song, Dead Trolls, and that same day, YoungBoy would release the official music video for the track. YoungBoy started off the track telling King Von he's gonna see him and not to fish in this lake.
Tell that boy I'ma see him. Tell him I say don't come fish around this lake. That's real, nigga.
Then he went at Jania for messing around with the ops. Again, more disses aimed at Von.
Dog, chasing after dope, around with the op niggas. Till they clicking up, ain't no standing down till they that I'm trying to bang with.
Then YoungBoy would say that Von is trolling because he's mad that he didn't get the feature he wanted from him.
Man sound slang that hater, man down collar people. Got him trying to troll, nigga drove that he can't get no feature.
Then telling Von to log offline for disrespectful tweets towards him.
Don't like me there, come down, go that way with a cane. Log off blanket, ain't the f your caption, what you saying?
Then YoungBoy would throw Lil Durk in the mix, saying that as soon as Von gets captured, he hopes Durk is with them because it will be a 2-for-1.
As soon as you get captured, I just hope you got your mains with you. 2-for-1, pick them out, just choose you some dead rapper.
The second verse gets real eerie when YoungBoy would ask if Von moved, which is true because King Von and Lil Durk had moved to Atlanta. Then YoungBoy says to watch the news, and Von's talking turned to 2, which is eerily a news channel in Atlanta, Channel 2 WSB-TV, which actually did in fact report on King Von's death months later. YoungBoy even said that he has pictures of someone, likely referring to Von, and then he plans on staining something in Atlanta, clearly saying that he plots on killing someone in Atlanta, which is a direct diss towards King Von. Then to close the verse was the most eerie line when he tells Von to come correct, then saying he wants to know where his next show is at, which outright predicted the exact events that led to King Von's death, because he was actually killed shortly after a show, which we will get into in a bit.
Come correct. Why you said that? I already didn't address that. He had a show. Tell me what the next is.
The outro, YoungBoy says that he leaves one dead and mentions former Chicago Bulls player Derrick Rose, saying that he's away from the Bulls' home, a clear reference to King Von, who moved to Atlanta from Chicago, away from where the Chicago Bulls play. This track was nothing short of haunting and a complete prediction of the events that were in the future of King Von. YoungBoy would then preview this track along with the rest of his album Top on IG Live. And while previewing Dead Trolls, just look in his eyes. He means what he's saying here. This is very personal.
Eat the crew, got my son screaming out, do me too. Never baby, same scene. Contagious wet, them high lows came from me, hoping. Correct that, come correct. Why you said that? I already didn't address that. He had a show, tell me what it is. I got a gift for you, the top claws.
King Von would hop on IG Live on September 14th to address the beef with YoungBoy.
This computer shit, all internet shit, funny game, this rap shit, all that shit, funny game. I for a lot of you rap niggas, I fuck y'all, but don't take it there, man, cause once you take it there, you can't take it back, you know what I'm saying? Don't take it there, look. But everybody, I ain't into it, nobody, you hear me? Into the people I've been had beef with in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Cause I wouldn't be into it with nobody from all in another town and shit for no reason, like you gotta be into it with somebody for a reason. So I wanna be into it for a real reason, you know what I'm saying? I'm into it with these because we lost blood in it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Really fuck niggas. But you know, I don't know. I don't play like it ain't no nah, I don't wanna get to it. It's a just know we into it, gang, okay? Nah, you see what I'm saying? I'm the type of I don't gotta know why we into it or nothing. You only gotta tell me why you don't like me. Don't even tell me why you don't like me. I don't even care. Just let me know you don't like me. You see what I'm saying? Let me know you don't like me. That's what it is. Let me know. I'm like, alright, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. And there ain't gotta be a reason. I'm a reasonable person. I'm so reasonable. I'd be like, why you don't like me? You see what I'm saying? What's up, gang? You know what I'm saying? But I'm so gangster that I don't need a reason. It don't gotta be no reason. We can be into it. Like, I don't care. It don't gotta be a reason, for real. I'm into it, people. It don't gotta be no reason. I don't know why. I don't care why. But it can be that, you see what I'm saying? But I like to know why we into it. I like to, I need to, because I ain't no goofy. Like, what the and then I play hard. I ain't trying to lose. I can't lose to nobody. Lose to who? Who?
Later that month, King Von would hop on IG Live while at a club in Atlanta, and he would be seen with Jania. Von's sister, Kayla B, would post a photo of her and Jania out clubbing that exact night, adding more fuel to this already burning fire. About a week later, on October 2nd, Asian Doll would hop on IG Live to address the situation with Jania and King Von, saying that she doesn't care what Von does while he's single, confirming that they had indeed broken up.
All this drama that's been going on, all this just like messy shit. Like, okay, y'all know me, like it was used to be like when I was 19, 20, 21, damn, 22. Y'all know it was like hard for me to stay out of drama, because like even when I did start the drama, which I never do, I never start no drama, bro. I'm not a dramatized person. I just always finish it. I'm always the loudest and I'm always the most aggressive one. So that's why y'all get it confused with me starting drama or being in drama. I just used to just handle that shit. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, all this shit that's been going on, all this just dramatized messy, just too much messy girly girl shit. Like, that's not me. Like, I don't beef behind no I don't do none of that shit. Like, it's just like, it's really hard for me, like, bro, to just beef behind a person. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
just a week later, on October 11th, King Von went on IG Live where he was seen back with Asian Doll, which would definitely tilt some heads. That same day, King Von took to Twitter to promote a track called Mine Too, while tweeting out a line from the hook saying, "I ain't finna beef about no dog, she's mines too." This being a diss towards YoungBoy, referencing Jania. Once again, King Von was antagonizing YoungBoy, and it wouldn't take long for YoungBoy to see this, and he would decide to antagonize King Von back. YoungBoy would then start hooking up with Asian Doll as a get back. Leaked DMs with NBA Ben 10 suggest that YoungBoy and Asian Doll were hooking up together when they said, "I'm pretty sure Asian Doll Bigfoot ass sucked YB." And he replied simply saying that she did. In her November 2021 song called No Exposing, she allegedly alluded to sleeping with YoungBoy twice.
Hey, yeah, ain't no exposing me. Twice, hey, no exposing me.
Nonetheless, in late October, Von was seen on IG Live listening to YoungBoy's track, Casey Talk. While this was going on behind the scenes, on the forefront, King Von's career was reaching all-time highs. On October 30th, 2020, Von dropped his debut studio album, Welcome to O-Block. On this appeared the track, Mine Too, which Von teased earlier in the month, and on this track, Von would take to wax to go at NBA YoungBoy, rapping that he's not gonna beef about females because they're his too, referring to Jania.
Ain't finna beef about no dog, she mine too.
On the second verse, Von says that he has beef in NOLA, which is a nickname for New Orleans, which is the most populated city in the state of Louisiana, the state where YoungBoy is from. Then Von tells YoungBoy to show him all the gangsta talk that he raps about. Seemingly, Von was inviting YoungBoy to come and do something to him, an invitation that Von would later soon regret.
I got some beef up in NOLA, and ain't even know it. I hate you rapping that gangsta shit, but now you gotta show me.
A couple of days later, on November 4th, 2020, a snippet would surface online of a track that NBA YoungBoy and Asian Doll made together called Meet the Reaper, when YoungBoy affiliate OG3 would hop on IG Live to preview the track with YoungBoy dancing in the background. The lyrics are very threatening towards Von, seemingly telling him to get ready to meet the Reaper while YoungBoy was flashing a gun at the phone. This was the ultimate get back for all the trolling that Von was doing, knowing how much Von cared about Asian Doll. YoungBoy pulled the checkmate move here. King Von saw this and would get pissed, so he would immediately take to Twitter to comment on YoungBoy and Asian Doll's song. King Von would take things way too far when he would allude and joke about that alleged tape between himself and Jania that I mentioned earlier. First, Von said that YB and Asian Doll's song is shit. Then he would say, "Try again, MF." Then another tweet saying, "I'll post some shit on this that will make a motherfucker cry, and stop claiming they kids," and all type of shit. This was the tweet that would officially cross the line. Basically, Von was saying that he can post that tape with him and Jania and make YoungBoy cry and even stop claiming his kids. Von wasn't done there. He continued his Twitter rant where he would even retweet a reply to that tweet that said it's someone's baby mama in that photo gallery getting done filthy. Me and Jania's song way better for real, and the cover too hard. Get it? The cover is hard? This was just straight up disrespectful. Nah, I'm just playing. I ain't on. If Asian happy, I'm happy for real. That still sounded weak though. Nah, for real, I quit. Let me lead by example since I'm the oldest in the situation. The first war amongst great men started over a woman. We ain't into that. Just share the same It ain't about nothing. And them ain't even all that. I'm outta here. Don't get me sending shots back confused with me being hurt. I just ain't never been the type to let a motherfucker shoot at me without dumping back. No feelings involved for real. Just entertainment at this point. Should've peeped them signs. I'm stupid. Then quoting some of his lyrics towards YoungBoy. Steady acting gangsta, that ain't even you. I ain't finna beef about no dog, she's mines too. During this time, King Von was actually in New York City and would do a virtual interview with academics. where he would speak on his alleged beef with NBA YoungBoy, saying that it's nothing serious and nothing anyone should worry about. Clearly not taking this back and forth seriously.
Yeah, all right, so you wouldn't have no rap beef. You wouldn't be having no rap beef then.
Nah, hell no, ain't no rap beef. What? Ain't no rap beef, and it ain't no real beef unless somebody got shot or something, or
You know
unless
what
somebody.
people told me? People told me you and YoungBoy was beefing or something like that. You said something about what happened, Von? What's going on with you, man?
They be saying that a lot. It's like we got the same interests, and then you know how the internet will try to make it.
Don't tell me I got problems over girls.
No, it's the internet, gang. It's the you know, they try to make it like that because it's the internet. You see what I'm saying? And then you know how females will try to make it like that because they females, and they try to make it like one more hard and try to. It be just all type of shit, but it ain't nothing too serious, nothing you should worry about.
Little did Von and the rest of the world know it, but he was living in his final days on this earth. A couple of weeks before the release of his debut studio album, Welcome to O Block, there would be an album release party announced in mid-October of 2020. The party was set to take place at the Opium nightclub in Atlanta on 960 Spring Street, and King Von would perform live. The party was scheduled to take place at 10 p.m. and last until 3 a.m. The night of Thursday, November 5th, Von would hop on IG Live on his way to his very last performance ever at the Opium nightclub. King Von would arrive and would be seen on social media vibing and performing music to a packed Opium nightclub. While this was going on, Quando Rondo was actually in Atlanta filming a music video to a track he was featured in titled The Drop by rapper Youngins. In the video, Quando was seen wearing a black jacket and a black bandana, but someone very close to Quando would appear in this music video. Lurking in the shadows was Quando Rondo's closest friend and half-brother, Timothy Leaks, otherwise known in the streets as Lil Tim. Lil Tim was a notorious member of the Savannah Rollin' 60s Crips alongside Quando Rondo, and it is heavily rumored that Lil Tim allegedly killed 4 people in the streets of Savannah prior to the King Von incident. That night at the music video shoot, Quando Rondo took to Snapchat to post a video of him and Lil Tim showing off multiple firearms, letting everyone know that they were strapped at all times. Quando Rondo and Lil Tim would make their way to the Monaco Hookah Lounge off of Trinity Avenue in Atlanta. At 12:10 a.m., King Von would then put out a tweet simply giving his location away from the Opium nightclub in Atlanta. Then, about an hour later, Von would quote a tweet from Young and Ace, "Let go. You know folks and them gon' catch you. You food, my boy. Hit the line, gangsta." Maybe hinting that he got the drop on Quando Rondo, because after this, around 3 a.m., King Von was seen leaving the Opium nightclub in a black SUV, ironically enough, bumping YoungBoy's track, My Window.
A lot of cars behind him. Stop playing!
King Von was on his way to his Airbnb, but instead of going back to the Airbnb, Von would change the plans. Instead, going to the Monaco Hookah Lounge, where Quando Rondo was posted up with Lil Tim. It is unclear whether or not Von knew if Quando Rondo was there or not. This has not been specified by any source, so this could have just been a sheer coincidence. At around 3 a.m., King Von arrived at the Monaco Hookah Lounge. Von could be seen with his entourage as Quando would be next to a white SUV. Lil Tim would then pull up in a white Jeep Grand Cherokee as Quando walked over to the Jeep to speak with Lil Tim. King Von would then hop out the SUV and would approach Quando Rondo. And without hesitation, he began punching Quando Rondo without warning. As the brawl was going on, Lil Tim saw Quando getting beat by Von, so he hopped out the SUV, drew his pistol, and shot King Von 5 times. Von's homies, Louie, Slutty, and BJ, started shooting back at Lil Tim, hitting him with a few shots, but as Slutty was approaching Lil Tim to finish him off, his gun would jam. After this, the three tried running off, as Von was still wrestling with Quando before Quando was punched in the face by one of Von's homies to get the two away from each other. As BJ, Slutty, and Louie ran, they would run into the arms of the law, heading towards police without even knowing it, causing the police to shoot the 3 men, leaving Slutty dead and the others critically injured. All the while, Von would be placed in a car by his homies and would be rushed to the hospital, while Quando would take his wounded partner Lil Tim to the exact same hospital that Von and company were at. This whole thing could be seen as Quando Rondo was actually on Instagram Live pleading with the workers in the hospital to treat Lil Tim. All the while, Lil Durk was on Instagram Live while the news broke that King Von got shot, and fans in his live chat were informing him that King Von got shot. After seeing the comments, Durk quickly ended the live. Unfortunately for King Von, he wouldn't make it, dying during surgery at the age of 26 years old, while Lil Tim would survive the encounterment.
Yeah, Rick and Sean, according to GBI, rapper King Von and his group were at Opium nightclub before making their way here to Monaco Hookah Lounge, then to the parking lot where chaos ensued.
It hurt us. It hurt us a lot. I cried. Some of my friends cried. He had a big influence on us, a really big influence.
Pick 'em out, just choose your side, bad rapper.
26-year-old Devon Bennett, also known as rapper King Von, shot and killed after a deadly fight erupted in front of Monaco Hookah Lounge. Two men approached King Von and his group in the parking lot, and an argument ensued. The argument quickly escalating to a shootout between the two groups.
You got cap in your rap. He ain't even like that. Why be a straight when I catching his that?
6 men shot, King Von and 2 others dead.
THF Bezu would post a story on IG saying, "That dude seen Bronum at the same hospital and got scared and went live. Fake ass street dude. On my son, it would have been another episode at that with the media hollering," referring to actually seeing Quando Rondo at the same hospital but didn't get active because he was on IG Live. Lil Durk would then post a photo of On to his IG, captioning it, "My twin gone. I love you baby bro, -D-Roy." That same day, NBA affiliate named NBA Big B would take to his IG story to allegedly mock King Von's death when he would quote lyrics from YoungBoy's 2020 song Right Night with a bunch of laughing emojis on the screen.
You this now you getting rapped down. Yeah. Yeah.
600 Breezy would then take to his IG story, allegedly on his way to Baton Rouge, to retaliate for Von, saying, "Steppers on the way, 150 miles per hour." And another one simply saying 4KTK, which is short for 4K Trey Killer. He then posted himself at around 7 AM, tagging his location of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Another NBA YoungBoy affiliate, NBA Michi Baby, would hop on IG Live to respond to 600 Breezy. He would start off by listening to the King Von diss track, Dead Trolls. Then he went on a rant, even giving his location away.
Look behind me, this ain't nothing but 2-3 cars following me. You talking about look behind me, boy. I'm about to pull up to the AM though. Anybody was looking for a nigga or something like that, nigga was trying to do something. They came down here and try to fuck with something. We right here on Highland Road, my nigga, at the AM. That so, hey, you can type that motherfucker in your GPS, my nigga. The AM, my nigga. Real talk, man. Type that bitch in. Man, you can't type that bitch in your GPS. Type LSU in your GPS, my nigga. That bitch 2 lights from the LSU, my nigga. Stop playing, we right there. On all that, man. 4K Trey, man. South side, north side type shit, man. Big 38, man. F wrong with it, man. We right there all day, ain't doing no hell, scary bitch, nigga. Doing all that capping, get on that, all that shit, man. Real niggas don't speak. Hey, if you go do something, man, do something. You don't come to no nigga city and annihilate you in a nigga city, man. You was supposed to slab out that, man. F wrong with it, nigga.
Meanwhile, after surviving the shooting and undergoing emergency surgery, Lil Tim would be arrested in the hospital and would be charged for the murder of King Von. Lil Tim's social media profiles would begin going viral as the world learned that this was the man who shot and killed King Von. People then began tagging Lil Durk, telling him to slide for Von on Lil Tim's socials. People from Quando's camp were quick to take to social media to disrespect Von, even going as far as to say that they have a new pack to smoke in the form of a millionaire.
But we got new smoke. But we got new smoke. What you play with don't sound like doses for the night. But step by the foot of wide and never told him that I like it. What I'm open.
600 Breezy further commented on the situation, saying, "At King Von from the O, first punch, you buckled his little ass. Von Jones Jr., Von Tyson, Von St. Pierre on phoneme." 3 days later, on November 9th, 2020, the Shockflow Entertainment and Event Planning Center announced the cancellation of Quando Rondo's show, which was set to take place in Georgia on November 28th. The company stated that it was cancelled regarding Quando's legal situation, but rumor began spreading that Lil Durk actually bought all the tickets to the show, and that's why it was cancelled. 3 days later, on November 11th, YoungBoy dropped his mixtape Until I Return. On the track Funds, YoungBoy could possibly be talking to King Von when he said this. Keep in mind, this track was actually recorded the same day in August that he recorded Dead Trolls, as previewed on the same IG Live as he previewed Dead Trolls on. On the post-chorus, YoungBoy referenced Asian Doll, saying her ex, King Von, was messing with his ex, Jania. At the end of the post-chorus, YoungBoy had an eerie lyric saying that he has his homie stalking and that he is a dead sitter. Again, could be referencing King Von here. Then another line saying if he keeps chasing this female, he'll get hit with a stick. Then there's the track 3 AM. Now if you know, YoungBoy actually took this song name from King Von from his project LaVon James as a mock towards Von. Also, if you remember, King Von was shot at around 3 AM on November 6th. On the first verse, YoungBoy says that someone got left in the streets, which King Von actually did die in the middle of the street. Fast forward to November 20th, 2020, Quando Rondo would drop a track titled End of Story, where he fully addressed the King Von incident for the first time publicly. The name of the track was also seen as disrespectful because King Von had a song series called Crazy Story, so now Quando is basically saying that this is the end of Von's story. The picture Quando used for the record on YouTube was a still from the music video, The Drop, that they filmed just hours before the King Von incident. Quando addresses everything, saying that if King Von killed him instead that night, then the fans wouldn't have said Lil Tim did something wrong.
If the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't have said he wrong. What they say, that's understood, we had to make it home.
Quando is claiming self-defense because Von was the one who initiated the fight.
Brother on the ground, go pick your mans up. Downright we screaming self-defense, he should've never put his hands on. Look at the foot.
Quando even addressed an alleged $1 million hit that was placed on him, allegedly by Lil Durk.
Men on my head, that's what they say, that's all you got, make it A. Come wanna bone me, bite the back.
The outro, Quando has some words for everyone who says that he and Lil Tim are in the wrong in this situation, and that all Lil Tim did was simply protect his brother.
I don't give a f***, I know I feel, my mans ain't do nothing wrong.
600 Breezy would respond saying, "Stop canceling shows and perform that song." After all this went down, Lil Durk had now fully inherited the beef between King Von and the rest of NBA. So now, it was full-on war between OTF and NBA. This war had just begun. After the death of King Von, his mentor, OTF leader Lil Durk, now inherited the beef directly from King Von. After Quando Rondo's show in Georgia was cancelled, speculation began that Lil Durk actually bought all the tables for the show. Later that month, on November 26th, Lil Durk would preview an unreleased track we would later know as Hellcats and Trackhawks. On this snippet, he dissed Quando Rondo, almost confirming that he may have been behind Quando's show getting cancelled.
We on his ass where it shows at. He get away, we on his ass where he parole at.
On November 28th, it would be revealed that the show that Quando was scheduled to have was cancelled by the mayor and police of Georgia. Quando Rondo would go live on IG while he was at a gas station to confirm that the mayor cancelled his show.
Cut them folks not cancel the show. We were hey. Well, it was up, yeah. I had them hitters with me. Couldn't wait. Jump out black. couldn't wait. Neighborhood, cuz.
The next day, Quando Rondo was actually in Chicago, posting a video of him in a ski mask strapped up. 600 Breezy took to IG to say Quando was lying about being in Chicago. This lies so much. And then he even dropped his location. Quando would respond to 600 Breezy and everyone saying he was scared to perform by calling the promoter for the show on FaceTime to confirm that Quando did not cancel the show.
Check this out. Listen, I got the promoter on the phone right now. This is the promoter from last night right here on the phone. Alright, check this out, bet, bro. Please tell these folks I did not cancel no show, bet, bro.
Nah, man, Quando ain't canceled, man. The police and the mayor came at the last minute. They came at 9 o'clock saying we couldn't do the show. Dog was here.
Come on, man. Stop playing. Look, this is him. Hold on, rewind it a little bit back so they can see his face on there and see it right here. Yeah, this is him. Y'all folks tripping, boy. On God, we've been...
And we're going to reschedule that motherfucker coming soon.
Come on, man. Bet, bro. It's up. It's up, bet, bro. On God.
We ain't canceling shit, man. We out here.
I bet, bro. Appreciate it.
On December 1st, a video surfaced of YoungBoy driving while in the car with one of his NBA artists, P. Youngin. During the video, he was caught dissing Von, saying that fighting doesn't make you a man, but killing someone does.
Who the f ever said that fighting make you a man? Like, it take a man for to kill somebody. Fighting don't make you no f***ing man, you dumb.
About a week later, on December 7th, alleged leaked DMs between Quando Rondo and Lil Durk would surface. Quando asked Durk to squash the beef because it's stopping his shows, which essentially stops a lot of Quando's money, to which Durk would just tell Quando to stay safe and do shows. The second screenshot shows Quando wanting to just call Durk and talk it all out, with Durk even saying, "Stop messaging me, goofy." Now these screenshots are more than likely fake, with Quando responding to this on his IG story saying, "Don't believe no internet shit. I ain't DM nobody." The next day, King Von affiliate Mimo600 posted a photo on IG showing that he was in Quando's hood of Savannah, Georgia, and he even filmed a music video in his hood for his track called Duck Yo Show, which was a diss to Quando Rondo. Footage would later surface of Mimo600 filming this music video while in Savannah. Mimo600 would then go on IG Live from a gas station in Savannah, seemingly mocking Quando's IG Live that he did from a gas station himself.
Yeah. Ain't this what they did on live? Ain't this what they did on live, y'all? They was at the gas station, getting that. Shit out on my drinks and shit. Shit out with the drinks and shit. Camera, ain't this what y'all was doing? You know, this what the low. You see the low behind us. The low behind us. You know, yeah, we finna get it now. You gotta pop in the car with us. You know, like we out here like this shit no joke. We at the M mark. We at the M mark. Whatever the f this that right here.
600 Breezy would then take to IG to show that he was actually in Savannah with Mimo600. That same day, Quando Rondo posted a throwback photo of himself and Lil Tim with the caption, "I'd rather say free you than RIP you any day." On December 10th, Lil Reese took to Twitter to post a screenshot showing that Quando Rondo had blocked him on IG, calling him a scary little girl. The next week, on December 18th, Mimo600 dropped the music video and the track Duck Yo Show, where he dissed Quando Rondo throughout the track while he was in Savannah.
Duck Yo Show, cause them gangs come, battle, blow, them killers came with us.
After this, on December 20th, an affiliate of Quando and Lil Tim named Jump Out Gang Black dropped a diss track called King Tim Story, which was a remix of Crazy Story, where he dissed King Von and all of his affiliates.
Free Lil Tim, hold up, wait, free King Tim, smoking Von, this that fruity.
In the video, Jump Out Gang Black can be seen burning an RIP King Von shirt, which is extremely disrespectful. On January 11th, 2021, King Von's uncle, Range Rover Hang, would even get involved, dropping a diss track of his own called Story Continues, going at Quando and his affiliates.
Quando Rondo and look to me too. Can't wait till you deceased. Killer war. Shout out OTF. Somebody gon' get stretched.
2 days later, on January 15th, one of YoungBoy's biggest ops, Fredo Bang, and Lil Durk would link up to drop the remix of the track Top. The title of the track is actually the title of YoungBoy's 2020 album Top, and YoungBoy's childhood nickname, Lil Top. Durk doesn't diss on this track, though instead, he pays homage to his cousin, OTF Nunu, aka Newski, and King Von. Earlier in this video, I mentioned a track called Meet the Reaper, which was the track that YoungBoy and Asian Doll made and was previewed in November of 2020. Well, sometime in early 2021, before his arrest in March, YoungBoy would make some changes to the unreleased track. He removed Asian Doll off of the track completely and recorded a second verse. And on this second verse, he would go at King Von. YoungBoy started off directly mentioning Von's death outside of the club, aka the Monaco Hookah Lounge.
I'm with the shits, I'm in this. I get you blitzed, I get you whooped, I get you dragged, I get you kicked out in your outside this club.
Then YB says that Von wasn't safe for leaving that show, referring to the release party at Opium hours prior to his death.
With that boy shit leaving this show, no, ain't safe for leaving. Headhunter spending time out on the road, trying to make it even.
Weeks later, on February 12th, 2021, Quando Rondo dropped a track called Soul Reaper, and in this music video, a Lil Durk lookalike can be seen being shot and killed and thrown into the back of a car. Quando Rondo would also have some disses in the song, first in the chorus.
Nigga ran up on me, then we spanked. I'm talking lies out.
Then Quando says that he heard Durk's diss on Hellcats and Trackhawks, so he threatens him.
He made it this way to the day that we catch you. We gon' see who really sad.
Then Quando got real disrespectful when he referenced the King Von incident when he said this.
I don't give a about who got beat, it's about who got turned to ash.
About a week later, on February 17th, 600 Breezy dropped his project Art of War, and on the track New Ops, Free Lil Timmy, he takes shots at Quando Rondo. He says that it's only a matter of time before they smoke Quando, then says that Quando is canceling shows.
Matter of time before they smoke that little Quando, cause they really canceling shows.
Then he'll go on to say Free Lil Tim so they can catch him in the streets.
We don't with justice, free Lil Timmy. Free that nigga so we can know.
2 days later, on February 19th, Quando Rondo dropped another track and music video called Red Eye, and on this track he took more shots at King Von. Then on the second verse, Quando goes at Durk, saying that he wants the top dog of OTF, and comments on Durk linking up with the Ops, meaning Fredo Bang, last month for their collab track.
We gon' kill them all by one, I want the top. Really fit the link up with the odds, that's every time they know the pressure.
Then the final line of the second verse, once again referencing King Von, saying that he got caught without that pole.
Same day that Timmy get out here, go and low and bustin' down. Brother bust that cause he got caught without that pole.
Days later, on February 25th, 2021, Quando Rondo went live while mocking King Von's death, saying that he smokes dead ops and falls to the ground pretending to be dead like his ops.
Hey, hold on, let's say one time. All I smoke, okay. All I smoke, all I smoke, man, I got all I smoke. Yeah! Get him out of here! Get his ass out of here! Okay. Yeah, all I smoke. Okay. All I smoke. Okay. All I smoke. All I smoke. All I smoke. That's all I smoke.
Tell them all I smoke is dead ops. 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 All I smoke is all I smoke is dead ops. All I know is red rum. 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 All I smoke is
Hey, we smoke.
On March 5th, Lil Durk and OTF dropped the track Hellcats and Trackhawks, which saw Lil Durk going at Quando Rondo for the very first time on wax.
We on his where it shows at. He get away, we on his where he parole at.
Then Durk took a jab at YoungBoy when he said this.
Tell your favorite rapper we ain't feeling that. Tell your favorite trapper we ain't hearing that.
5 days later, on March 10th, Quando Rondo responded to a fan on IG telling him to donate to King Von's family, and Quando responded saying, "Von got himself in that situation. I didn't even know cuz had pressure with me." That same day, Quando dropped his track OK, along with the music video. On the track, he references the date of the King Von incident, saying that it makes him sick to his stomach that he had to see 3 people get shot that night. A couple of weeks later, on March 22nd, 2021, while NBA YoungBoy was driving in Los Angeles, the LAPD attempted to pull him over because YoungBoy had an outstanding federal warrant. YoungBoy didn't pull over. Instead, he would run from the police, setting off a short pursuit, which resulted in YoungBoy ditching his vehicle and running on foot. Police then set up a perimeter and brought in a helicopter and a K9 unit to track him down, and the K9 unit eventually sniffed him out and he was arrested. Cops did find a firearm in the vehicle, but it was unclear if it belonged to YoungBoy. This would spawn one of the most iconic mugshots in history.
Damn, FBI is here and all kinds of shit.
About a week later, on March 26th, Lil Tim, who was charged with King Von's murder, posted a bail bond of $100,000 and would be released on bond that same day. Quando Rondo took to his IG story to post a photo showing that Lil Tim was trending on Twitter the day of his release, saying that his God is home. The two would be seen celebrating together on social media, as Lil Tim was awaiting trial while flashing stacks of cash. Quando Rondo and Lil Tim's close friends, Jump Out Gang Black and Lil Pob, would take to IG to celebrate Lil Tim being free. Academics would repost the story of Lil Tim and Quando flashing money, saying that Tim is free, to which Lil Durk had been watching closely and liked the photo. After his release, Lil Tim would go real disrespectful, putting out a post on Facebook trying to shoot his shot at King Von's ex, Asian Doll, who said that she only likes killers, saying, "Somebody tell Asian Doll I want her. I heard she only liked killers." A couple of days later, on April 3rd, 2021, Quando Rondo was doing a live virtual performance, and during the performance of his track Red Eye, he would get insanely disrespectful when he would diss King Von. Fast forward to April 12th, Quando Rondo did an interview with Angela Yee from the back of a Rolls Royce. During this interview, he broke down the events from the night that King Von died, saying that he thought it was all love with the big bro, which is Durk that he's referring to.
From my understanding, ma'am, it was a love. I had a relationship with the big bro. Not want to say his name. Not, you feel me? You know what I'm talking about. The dude that was on my album.
Okay.
Like, it was all love with us from my understanding.
I've heard you say positive things about him.
You feel me?
As an artist. And
he then details his side of the story of what exactly happened that night, saying that it felt like an out-of-body experience.
Now, I'm about to walk off and go stand by the other individual that I came with. I'm going to stand by his car. I see a group of people coming. Next thing you know, a nigga hit me. Like, it's like I had an out-of-body experience.
Lil Durk would eventually troll Quando Rondo about these comments in an interview with Ebro the following year.
It's gonna be like an out-of-body experience.
Quando then goes on to say that he didn't even know that was Von until the next day.
I didn't know this was him. Ma'am, I swear to God, on my soul, ma'am. Like, ma'am, this is on Neighborhood Crip, ma'am. I did not know that was him till the next day.
Just weeks later, flyers would emerge of Quando Rondo's first show since the King Von incident, which was scheduled for May 1st in Waycross, Georgia. All the while, the goons that were backing King Von in Chicago were on a hunt for Quando Rondo, and this show seemed like the perfect opportunity. Come May 1st, 2021, and Quando's show was empty. He would even speak about this on stage.
You feel me? Deeper than this, but I know I got a lot of shit going on. You feel me? But I still appreciate everybody who came out. I'm around this like it's 10,000 people in here. Come on, Shiz.
Mimo600 would take to Twitter to clown Quando Rondo for his empty show, saying, "Folks had 4 motherfuckers at his show, ain't make $1. Matter of fact, you owe the venue." After the show, Quando and his crew would drive to a gas station called Circle K, which was just 11 minutes away from the venue in Blackshear. While at the gas station at around 3:20 a.m., gunshots would be fired from across the street. Quando Rondo was fortunate enough to not have been struck with any bullets. A member of his entourage was shot in the hand and taken to the hospital where he survived. The shooters allegedly fired more than 100 shots at the gas station.
That's crazy. Fuck, y'all, it's got to be Quando. It is, cause I had went to the other Circle K, and they were like, everybody kept talking about the shots that they heard, so evidently what hit them with was some big shit. Cause niggas were way down the road, and they were like, we heard the shots. I said, how the y'all heard the shots way down here? They were like, hey, whatever them said was big shit.
Immediate speculation began as to who was behind this attack, and of course, fingers were pointed at Lil Durk. An alleged Georgia BD that is close with OTF and Durk was allegedly claiming the shooting on Facebook when he said he ain't did a show in a year, and the one he did, ask him how many shots was let off, which, if you remember, it was 100 shots. It seemed as if, despite doing his first show since the King Von incident, Quando Rondo was clearly a marked man. Somewhere, his picture was on a wall, and the target on his back just got bigger and bigger. A couple of days later, on May 7th, Quando Rondo dropped his project Still Taking Risks, and this mixtape would have several mentions of King Von and Lil Durk. On the track Blue Man, he referenced the alleged $1 million bounty on his head.
Tell him come catch the play on my head, it's a lot of blood on the gate, that's for shaking the Tim.
On the track Drop Some, he opened up the track saying he didn't know King Von had pressure with him, as he stated in an Instagram comment that I mentioned earlier.
Last time I checked, we was cool. I never knew it was pressure.
The first verse opens up with more lines about Von.
We live a soldier-like mentality. My youngin' quick to make a rapper bleed.
The track Purple Baby, Quando once again references the $1 million bounty on him and gets real disrespectful towards King Von.
This for that one who put them bands on me. We gon' roll like a pound of that new day, homies.
At the end of the track, Quando has harsh words for Von and all of his dead ops.
I'm smoking dead ops, dead ops, dead ops. Free little Timmy nigga.
On the track Still Doing Wrong, Quando says that they had no choice but to kill Von that night, and that he still doesn't know what he did to deserve that beatdown.
Today we had no choice, I had to make it home to my dick. Just a letter to that boy, still to this day don't know what I did.
On the track Stand On It, Quando sends a message to Durk and all the other King Von affiliates that want to kill him.
You say you gon' kill me, you better stand on.
After Quando Rondo went on wax making several mentions of King Von and the rest of OTF, it was now time for the man who actually took the life of King Von to do the same. Lil Durk had been keeping quiet seeing what was going on, and his comments were flooded with "Slide for Von." This saying had been going around ever since the death of King Von, and would be made very famous when Tekashi 6ix9ine would reiterate the term during his beef with Lil Durk. On May 25th, 2021, Lil Durk would finally break his silence on the Slide for Von comments with an IG story saying, "You don't slide for your mans, don't kick no killer shit our way. Dude's for real. The evil side, talk up." A week later, on June 4th, 2021, Lil Durk and Lil Baby dropped their collab album, The Voice of the Heroes. And on the track, Still Runnin', Durk responded. First, he says that you're out of your mind if you think they aren't spinning for Von, and mentions someone's shows. He could be claiming involvement in the shooting that occurred a month prior at the Georgia gas station after Quando's first show since the Von incident.
Must be out of your mind, you think we ain't spinning for bro, we spinning for show. They put up a show, we spinning the cribs and traps for show, we spinning his shows.
Then Durk sends a message to Quando Rondo when he references his Angela Yee interview in the back of a Rolls Royce.
We do it on feet, ask all the ops about it, so who said we shoot at the cars? That roads better be bulletproof, look, you know we gon' shoot at them stars.
On the track Please, Durk sends another message mentioning how they're gonna spin until they get dizzy.
I can't post up like a killer, no them niggas kill my twin. We gon' spin till we get dizzy, we gon' spin till we see him.
In June 2021, Lil Tim would go live on Instagram previewing a snippet to a track titled Off the List, which was a blatant diss towards King Von.
Yeah, let y'all hear some
Hey, money talking this shit hard, bro.
I'm the trap. Yeah. Say 10. Man, I'm riding Dolo. I'm Dolo. I'm Dolo. They took the new off the list. Put that gun down. No don't miss. Pull up to your mama also talking about a dish. 30 rounds. I that Glock. We caught him by the.
Blogs were quick to pick up on this, and it would circulate that Lil Tim was dissing King Von and Durk. Lil Tim would deny these allegations, saying, "Didn't even say that man name. My partner named Durk." Lil Tim would make another Twitter account calling himself the biggest op. Lil Tim's new song, Off the List, would end up leaking on July 22nd, 2021. Lil Tim himself actually couldn't drop the track because according to him on an IG story, someone was telling the judge he was disrespecting Von. Not wanting to jeopardize his self-defense case, he just let the song go. On August 3rd, the official music video for Lil Tim's new track, Off the List, would end up leaking. In the music video, Lil Tim goes real disrespectful when he was seen with a shovel digging what seemed to be King Von's grave while smoking a blunt, indicating that he's smoking on Von. After this, the beef went quiet for a couple of weeks as Lil Tim and Quando Rondo were living their lives as normal, with Quando being spotted in Walmart by himself in September of 2021. That same month, on September 19th, King Von and Lil Durk affiliate Muwop was live on IG, and when he added a fan in the live, the fan asked him when he's gonna slide on Lil Tim.
With the hoodie on.
Hey, I got a question.
What's that? Hey, don't say no bro.
On God, I won't. Oh, listen.
Alright. Alright.
I don't know
What's
if
your
it's
question?
putting out business, but when y'all go and slide on Lil Tim, right?
Hey, go ahead, gang. Then I say don't say no shit, man. I don't know shit about him. I'm gonna get your. Hey, out of that, it's over with. I'm out of there.
The next month, on October 8th, 2021, Lil Durk would hop on Nardowick's Who Wants Smoke remix. On his verse, Durk addresses the Slide for Von comments that he's been getting.
They be on my page like Slide for Von, I know they trolling me.
Durk then referenced the Quando Rondo shooting at the gas station back in May of 2021.
Got it back in blood, y'all just don't know that's how it supposed to be.
On Tuesday, October 26th, 2021, after spending 7 months behind bars, the judge granted NBA YoungBoy permission to serve house arrest in Utah with military guards. YoungBoy would be released from prison on a $1.5 million bail, and now the NBA leader was finally free. This would begin yet another era where YoungBoy was under house arrest, but this time, YoungBoy would now get the chance to finally respond to everything that went on while he was locked up, and had his sights set on Lil Durk and the rest of OTF. After 7 months behind bars, NBA YoungBoy was released on a $1.5 million bond and would head to Utah to begin his house arrest. Photos would surface of YoungBoy home fresh out of prison, and it wouldn't take long for the NBA leader to speak on everything that went on since he's been locked up. The day after YoungBoy was released on October 27th, 2021, Quando Rondo dropped a track called Time Spent, and on this track, he would mock the passing of Lil Durk's blood brother, D-Thang, who was shot and killed in the summer of 2021.
Looks like that dissing in them songs I got your brother killed. Not even $1 million could change the way your mother feel.
NBA YoungBoy would speak publicly for the first time since his release on December 1st when he did an interview with academics on Clubhouse. During the interview, he subliminally spoke on King Von, saying that Von talked bad about him and trolled him to be in his position in the rap game, but Von got his gangsta tested.
Man, we see how this turned out we see how this shit turned out with certain to come inside the rap game and feel like, oh, I'm the one who they gotta get into it with for the reach this certain point of what. Man, boy, you can stunt like your ass a gangster, boy. And I ain't gonna show you something, boy. We done seen this. We done seen this. Don't want to be a gangster too bad. Don't want to be a killer too bad, man. You better calm your stupid down, for you can't have no type of emotion no more, boy.
Just a few days later, OTF Duty Low and OTF Lil Varney were on Clubhouse when Quando Rondo, Lil Tim, and Lil Pob would invade the Clubhouse trolling. Quando played the Chicago drill song 51 Dead Ops for Lil Varney. Lil Pob would mock Lil Varney for having missing teeth because Lil Varney was shot in the mouth, but Quando says that they don't do no missing when they shoot.
Wait, Quando, when you come to New York?
This for my mans that's on here.
Oh, brother.
Lil Bernie, what's up, man?
Oh, brother.
Why you got your shit muted?
Quando, baby Joe
What's
said,
the word, 6-0?
I said, give me that green. My mic tripping.
I just be cool and hut, so you know what's going on. Just be laid back, cooling. We gonna link real soon, though.
For sure.
Hey, that
Green
love
Chris
Barney.
Javincio.
That
Yeah,
love
Jimmy
Barney
Bean,
got a
Nick.
missing teeth though.
Yeah, I got shot in my mouth.
Then Quando went real disrespectful when he would diss King Von when he said this.
Hey, Lil Bernie.
What's the word, 6-0?
Shit, I'm about to go to my partner house, and after that, I'm gonna go to my other partner house. After that, I'm gonna call my other partner, and then my other partner and shit like that. You know, all us can still pick up the phone.
After this, YoungBoy didn't seem to let his foot off the gas, and now YoungBoy was ready to get real disrespectful on wax. On January 5th, 2022, YoungBoy started the year off dropping a track called Fish Scale. On this track, he mentioned how if he was in Atlanta, he'd have all the sticks with him, and that Durk and the rest of OTF would know not to run up on him.
Who the f they wanted with me? I'm in Atlanta, 100 some sticks on the nigga, they know not to run up on me.
On January 12th, YoungBoy dropped a track called Bring the Hook, and on this track, YoungBoy disses King Von. First, he started off by saying this.
Nigga, this that squid gang, oh black pig get rolled up. Murder what they told us, Atlanta boy get fold up.
Then YoungBoy seemingly referenced the leaked photos of King Von's autopsy.
Fight on them, leave a toe tag inside the freezer, water people put them for their stitches, eh?
Durk would respond that same day when he posted 2 photos, sitting next to a photo of King Von holding a stack of cash, captioned it, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it, you still a." Academics would then post on Twitter saying that YoungBoy is on demon time right now and is dropping a mixtape that Friday. Lil Reese would chime in saying, "That ain't no demon time, he just rapping like the rest of these rappers all rap." Von's sister, Kayla B, even piggybacked off what Reese was saying, tweeting, "On demon time in the house on house arrest? Get in these streets." That night, after YoungBoy dropped that record, videos would surface of a bunch of people on O Block burning green bandanas, which represents YoungBoy's 4K Trey affiliation. Quando Rondo would then repost the song on his story and write, "O block pack get rolled up every day, no cap." A week later, on January 18th, YoungBoy dropped the track called Know Like I Know. This track was a full-length diss track towards NLE Choppa for siding with Lil Reese and King Von in this beef. If you want a more detailed look into their beef, watch my video The Enemies of NBA YoungBoy Part 1. In the beginning of this track, YoungBoy would speak on King Von's sister, Kayla B, tweeting out that she's Big 4L. The next day, on January 19th, YoungBoy took to social media to post a couple of photos of him laying and sitting next to a pile of money. One that spells out, "You dudes gon' die," and another one that reads, "Stay safe." These were more than likely directed towards Durk and the rest of his camp. A couple of days later, on January 21st, 2022, Lil Durk would directly respond to YoungBoy's post by doing the same thing and laying out money, making it read out a message saying, "Hurry up, this up." And in the caption he said, "We colorblind, but we still see red," with blood drop emojis. This is a reference to two things. Obviously, seeing his enemy's bloodshed, but also because YoungBoy is closely affiliated with Bloods. That same day, NBA YoungBoy would officially release his mixtape Colors, and this mixtape would of course have a lot of disses towards OTF. The track Bring It On serves as a diss towards the Crips. On the first verse, he mentions how rappers can catch his semi, a reference to Von. On the second verse, YoungBoy sends a subliminal shot towards Durk, mentioning his track Hellcats and Trackhawks. On the track No Switch, which would have a music video 2 days later, YoungBoy directly referenced Lil Tim hopping out the truck and killing King Von. They know they don't wanna see Lil Tim jump from out that truck. They know Quando rolling like them sixes Bucky put you on. On the track This and That, YoungBoy would say that Quando's about that jump out gang and then disses OTF. Quando about that jump out gang, make these niggas hold up but green flags around these niggas. On the song Gangsta featuring Quando Rondo, YoungBoy mentions how Jania can't be his bae because she hangs with the ops. With the ops, she cannot be my bae now. On Quando's verse, he of course dissed King Von and mentioned how Lil Tim is known as the biggest op after killing Von. 300 bands later, I still ain't dropped in y'all unite. They say Lil Tim the biggest op, stepped on that boy, don't do no fighting. Lil Durk heard all of these disses, so he would respond. On January 25th, 2022, Gucci Mane dropped the track Rumors featuring Lil Durk. On this track, Durk said that he wants the one he paid for, possibly hinting at putting out a hit on Quando Rondo. I don't want no niggas who you catch, I want the one I paid for. We on this ass, he in the A, you see how long they stay for. Then he referenced how his homie Slutty shot Lil Tim on the night that King Von died. Trolling ass, we shot your homie, we know he can take those. Days later, on January 31st, Mimo600 posted on IG hanging with Durk and Chicago producer DJ Bands while giving a glimpse at what seemed to be a track list. On the track list, it reads a title that says Aha, and Mimo600 would even end his caption saying Aha. This would be teasing a song potentially named Aha. In February 2022, Lil Durk would be seen bringing $1 million in cash to his old block that he grew up on in Chicago while filming a music video. The $1 million would become very symbolic, so keep that in mind as we go through the timeline. On February 20th, Lil Durk put out a tweet that simply read, Aha. 2 days later, Lil Durk would officially drop his track and a music video for Aha, which was a full-length diss track aimed at NBA YoungBoy, Quando Rondo, and the rest of their camp. Durk starts off by mentioning how NLE Choppa told him not to respond to anything to do with Von, but Durk chose not to listen to Choppa's advice. Don't respond to shit with Von. I'm like, fuck it, you trippin', go get your gun. On the first verse, Durk went all out on the NBA crew, even taking shots at YB's baby mama Jania. Just get out the feds, you bring up murders with your police ass. I told Von to leave that bitch alone, she post on OnlyFans. The end of the first verse, Durk indirectly hinted at being behind the hit on Quando Rondo last year. They like Durk as a singer, he won't smoke shit. You can bleed whatever you want, I got your folks here. In the music video, that huge stack of $1 million in cash can be seen, as Durk was hinting at using that $1 million to potentially have his rivals killed. YoungBoy would get wind of this, so he would immediately hop in the studio and record a full-length diss track back at Lil Durk, and that would drop just hours later called I Hate YoungBoy. YoungBoy started off by saying he ain't scared of Durk and anyone affiliated with him.
Young boy, they gon' kill you, you better stop dissing them. Tell them niggas fuck them, man, they know that I ain't scared of them.
Then would diss Von once again.
Clean up on I.O., you ain't let that chop blow. My brother let that stick go.
He says he's bumping Wooski, who is a member of FBG, Durk and Von's bitter enemies.
I'm bumping Wooski, turned up with some groupies, why in my home? Why you drop that whack ass song? Bitch, you should've known.
He even dissed Lil Durk's dad, Big Durk, who was incarcerated until he was released in 2019.
Your daddy hit the feds, that nigga, he a bitch too. Tell him sit on side your cousin mama while that breathe too.
He dissed Apple Music for promoting Durk's diss song and says Tim and Quando didn't do anything wrong by killing King Von.
Tell Apple I said them, they promote a song. They be hating on Tim and Quando, they act like they wrong.
Throughout this song, YoungBoy also dissed Gucci Mane, Lil Baby, Boosie, and more. If you want more details on why he dissed them, go check out part 1 and 2 of the Enemies of NBA YoungBoy. Lil Durk would post a photo on his IG story showing that Aha had 2 million views in 15 hours, writing, "Real numbers." I Hate YoungBoy would actually end up getting more views in 5 hours than Durk's did in 15 hours, so Quando Rondo would clap back posting that I Hate YoungBoy has 2.2 million views in 5 hours, captioning it, "Nah, boy, this real numbers." After this brutal back and forth on wax, it seemed as if Lil Durk vs NBA YoungBoy was an on wax rap beef, but it was much deeper than what it seems. On March 8th, 2022, billboards would begin to pop up in YoungBoy's hometown of Baton Rouge, reading Durk Better, which was a mock to the viral trend YB Better. That same day, billboards promoting YoungBoy's latest project at the time, Colors, would appear in Chicago, reading YB vs Everybody. That same week, Lil Durk was on a promo run for his album 7220 that was set to drop that Friday. On March 10th, Lil Durk appeared on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, and he brought that same $1 million of cash that was featured in the Aha music video, once again possibly symbolizing that he has $1 million on someone's head. And if you remember, Quando mentioned an alleged million on his head on his track End of Story. The next day, on March 11th, Lil Durk dropped his album 7220. On the track Shootout at My Crib, Durk sent a shot towards YoungBoy and Quando, claiming that they copied his style by making melodic pain music.
Now you singing all these songs with all that pain, you think you me?
About a week later, Durk would take to his IG story to preview a track that he originally titled Aha Part 2. This track would be released the next day as a part of the 7220 Reloaded album. Now this track is mainly aimed towards his ops in Chicago, rival gang FBG. But on the second verse, he says that he wants someone's head, no leg shots, possibly referring to Quando Rondo. The third verse, Durk goes at YoungBoy, saying that he wasn't even there when Von died. A couple of months later, on June 24th, Durk dropped the deluxe for 7220. On the track Huh, Durk would open up the track addressing the Slide for Von comments once again. On the second verse, Durk says that the NBA camp is all cap and they ain't killers. Fast forward to August 5th, 2022, NBA YoungBoy dropped his album The Last Slimito, and this album would of course have disses towards Von and Durk. On the track YB mocks Durk for laughing on his track Aha. On the track The Industry, YB has some words for Durk and his camp. On the track 7 Days, he had some words for his baby mama Jania for hooking up with King Von. After this, the beef would take a complete turn for the worse, and blood would be shed in the NBA camp. In the year of 2022, a lot of shots were sent on wax from both Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy. But in late August, this beef would bleed into real life once again. On August 18th, 2022, Quando Rondo and his cousin Lil Pab were headed to LA. While in LA, Quando would post a video of them in a car, drinking champagne, truly living the good life, but little did they know it, death was looming. On August 19th, 2022, at around 5:25 p.m., Quando Rondo and Lil Pab were in a black Cadillac Escalade stopped at a mobile gas station located across the street from the Beverly Center in Los Angeles, just off of Beverly Boulevard. The Beverly Center is a huge tourist location and extremely busy, especially in the hour that Quando and Pab were at the gas station. All of a sudden, Quando Rondo and Lil Pab's SUV was shot up, causing the SUV to speed off during the shooting. Lil Pab would be struck with bullets, and Quando's breakdown at the scene as he watched the paramedics and police try resuscitating Lil Pab would be broadcasted on the news. Pab was taken to the hospital where he would die shortly after.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say shot at a Savannah rapper, killing a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath. Shots fired, a fight taken to the streets, and this chaotic scene, the ending of a shooting that started in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight. It all started at this mobile gas station at 5:30 Friday evening. LAPD says witnesses heard multiple gunshots, then watched a couple cars zoom off. 3 people in one car shot at this black Cadillac Escalade. It's unclear if those inside shot back.
Can I get some space, please?
It ended at Santa Monica Boulevard. Deputies found it peppered with bullet holes and a shattered window. One man inside, a member of Rondo's entourage, had been shot. The 23-year-old was taken to the hospital where he died. A scene left with remnants of the fight, shoes left in the street, doors flung open. The suspects still on the run. We still don't know what spurred it all, but LAPD says it started at a gas pump.
Victim vehicle, they pulled up, they were pumping gas, and it looks like they probably finished pumping gas, and the suspects approached from the alley, got out of the car, and started shooting at those victims.
Investigators are still trying to piece together details, but they're looking for a white 4-door sedan with suspects wearing dark clothing.
Police helicopters overhead, so we knew something was up.
People in the neighborhood shocked by the news.
Disappointed. There have been a lot of incidents in the past couple years. It does seem that things have been happening more often on Melrose, between Fairfax and Melrose and around here.
We been sliding through they blocks and they don't know we have. Green light, go, 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 go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming. No! No! Look on the news and see your son, you screaming. No, no. You can bleed whatever you want, I got your folks here.
After news broke about this whole situation, people were left confused as to who would have possibly wanted an attempt at Quando Rondo's life, but it wouldn't take long until fingers were pointed at none other than Lil Durk. We're going to break down this entire murder later on in this video, but for now, let's continue the timeline. Fast forward to November 25th, 2022, NBA YoungBoy and Quando Rondo dropped their collab mixtape 3860, and this project was a full-on declaration of war on Lil Durk and the rest of OTF. On the opening track, Lil Tim is featured, and he referenced the King Von incident and how they killed Von outside of a quote-unquote party.
All these bodies on my conscience high. Crazy catch her walking out a party, hop I walk him down.
On his verse, YoungBoy also had some words about King Von.
But we smoked on him and keep it real, he wasn't even strong.
On the track It's On, YoungBoy once again referenced Von's death. On the track Casket Talk, Quando Rondo referenced how his partner Lil Tim helped him by shooting Von. On YoungBoy's verse, he says that Durk wants to beef behind his dog, King Von. On the track Give Me a Sign, Quando says that some people would test you, then when it really happens, it's a rapper that got killed.
Then I be damn it really happened. Now a rapper got killed. And on top of that, get hit with murder for protecting his crib.
On the track Want Me Dead, Quando Rondo got real disrespectful when talking about King Von, and even brought Von's sister, Kayla B, in the mix for talking about the situation.
My favorite up there, sister talk too much, no I don't like the tell me roll a brother up, got stepped on in some Nike kid.
Then Quando referenced Durk's diss song Aha, saying that nothing is funny when they stepped on his brother, referring to Von.
I don't see shit funny, we stepped on your baby.
Then saying he's smoking a pack out of the O, clearly referring to smoking on Von, then saying that Durk is Von's big bro, but still didn't kill him for King Von.
400 shots, mistake to show y'all niggas must be I'm smoking Zapek, got the O, he was a stepper back, I stepped.
Then he would say fuck 300, which is the gang Durk has claimed for several years.
300 TK4, that's what I'm rapping, spell it backwards.
On YoungBoy's verse, he refers to Durk as Rap Boy, saying he's trying to zip him as well.
Yeah, young boy, now I go hard strictly on that medicine. That rap boy for all his score, trying to zip another bitch.
On the hook, Quando references how he heard that somebody wants him dead, likely referring to Lil Durk.
I heard a nigga want me dead, well come and see about me.
On the track No Mercy, Quando raps the chorus dissing Von and Durk, saying he hangs with killers that killed Durk's homie.
I hang with the killer that killed your little nigga, y'all boys ain't no killers, I'm on your ass.
On his verse, he references how Lil Tim killed Von in Atlanta, so now he has $100,000 on his head.
My little murder one in the new Atlanta, so they say on my head it's 100 racks.
On the track Can't Compare, Quando says that they don't do no fighting, and that's how the last dude got popped, another Von diss.
We don't do no finals, how the last niggas got popped.
On the track Heat Tucked, Quando would get disrespectful again, this time with some bold words for the fallen King Von.
I bought the body from the Timbers, both hours, rest in peace.
This mixtape was nothing short of a declaration of war. YoungBoy, Quando, Lil Tim, and the rest of NBA are letting Lil Durk, his crew, and the whole world know that they have no plans on slowing down with the dissing. Now, according to NBA YoungBoy, the label actually dropped this project without his or Quando Rondo's permission, and YoungBoy actually did not want it to be released. YoungBoy addressed this on his IG story saying, I had to tell Quando, don't nobody care as long as they're making dollars off of you. I've begged for this tape to not be released, and Quando respected my wishes. I talk to missionaries every day inside my home who probably gonna ask me about that tape. That's not sitting on top of my heart right, but just pay attention to what these people promote. They are evil and don't give a fuck about us. I see why they didn't post my Stop the Violence message. Clearly, YoungBoy wasn't happy about the project releasing, but the damage had been done, and Durk would of course catch wind of all these disses, so he decided to respond. On December 2nd, 2022, Babyface Ray and Lil Durk dropped their track Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy. At the end of his verse, Lil Durk spit the craziest line, referencing Lil Pop's murder and how Quando Rondo was screaming no on the news.
Got location, go, green light, go, go, go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming no, no.
Durk also said that he would rather get revenge than the millions of dollars that he's making.
It's up that I'd rather get revenge instead of me.
On December 16th, Lil Durk and OTF dropped their project Loyal Bros 2, and this project was filled with very incriminating responses from Durk. On the track Set It Off, Durk says that someone was slick for going to jail because if they were free, they would have been next, which some people suggest is a reference to Lil Tim, who was possibly Durk's next hit.
Slick again cause you had went to jail cause you was next.
On the track Mad Max, featuring Future, on his verse, Future references how Lil Pop was shot in his car and how Durk dropped a bag on someone to be killed.
Keep it on the logo, drop a bag and get a buried. Lil' bro sends shots out through your car, he think he's Stephen Curry.
On his verse, Durk addresses rumors that blogs made about him being connected with the murder of Lil Pop. Then Durk would say a very eerie line about flying to get someone killed, again, allegedly talking about Lil Pop's murder in LA.
I don't be admit no crimes, say my name's on blogs, the men they die. That's what bound to get you. Free Mac, we flying to get you.
On the track Hanging with Wolves, Durk would say that when he went out of town, he heard that he had a warrant placed on him for a murder.
Went out of town, that shit had a warrant for a murder, that shit got a dad out.
On the chorus, Durk makes it clear that he's not trying to squash the war with the NBA crew.
Nah, we ain't trying to squash no wars, we ain't trying to make peace with them boys. no money then and there.
On the second verse, Durk completely foreshadowed future events, saying that he's the type to hop on a flight with a warrant. This bar literally predicted the future.
I'm the type to hop on the flight with a warrant, you gotta catch me.
On the track For Real by OTF Booney Mo, he says that they step on ops and that if he gets $20,000, he'll kill someone's friend again, more hinting towards the Lil Pop murder.
Don't step on ops, you know we coming. I give him 10 to spin again, get 20 to kill his friend.
On the track Feed 'em Addies, Durk says that when he seen that he died, he kept scrolling. Could be a reference to Lil Pop.
Don't speak on the who troll. Why you sassy the niggas who burst? When I seen he died, kept scrolling.
This whole project was seemingly OTF allegedly subliminally saying that they were possibly responsible for the murder of Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pop, and were rapping about it for everyone to connect the dots. All the while, Lil Durk was being watched by the feds, and his time as a free man was ticking, but he did not seem to slow down on the dissing and incriminating bars, because in the year of 2023, this beef would continue. During late 2022, NBA YoungBoy was pushing a new message to stop the violence. A lot of people immediately thought that this was just cap, and that he was just doing this to keep the feds off his tail. YoungBoy kicked off the year dropping his album I Rest My Case on January 6th, 2023, and on the track Mini Me, it's speculated that YoungBoy was taking shots at King Von for famously wearing the exact same outfit as him and calls him his clone.
Now let's get it on. These niggas some these niggas my clones. They be stealing my clothes.
In early 2023, NBA YoungBoy was gearing up for the release of his project Don't Try This at Home. Lil Durk was also getting ready to drop his album Almost Healed. On March 1st, Quando Rondo announced his new album Recovery was set to drop in a month. Lil Durk took to IG to say that he can step on Quando's release date. Quote, "I can drop this single and fuck up the streets on God. Your release date ain't safe, son." Quando Rondo responded on his IG story saying, "Drop that shit. We all on a time schedule." On March 12th, Lil Durk would try to get back with his ex India after they broke up by writing a long birthday letter on his Instagram story. NBA YoungBoy would make a burner Twitter during this time and would put out a tweet commenting on Durk trying to get India back, saying, "LOL, damn, I know how it be when that turned to a demon." India saw this, so she responded on Twitter going at YoungBoy saying, "That little boy need to find somebody to play with. You was just a dirty little bad kid. You ain't like that for real. I'm talking about Denthead. People think because they was dirty and in the hood, they automatically gang. You wasn't tote no guns. You was food deprived. That's still my BD. I don't play about him. Y'all can chill for real. Don't speak on me. I let you slide the first time." A video would then surface online of YoungBoy bumping a track called Big Truck, which was said to be on his album, and he directed the lyrics towards India as his response.
Yeah.
Couple of weeks later, on March 24th, 2023, Quando Rondo dropped his first solo project since the death of Lil Pop called Recovery. On the opening track 50, Quando says that he's smoking on V, which is clearly Vaughn he's referencing.
Last name 5 liters, snakes on screaming, now we smoking V.
On the closing track Forever 16, on the outro, Quando says he's gonna continue repping 16 block for Pop, and then closes out the album saying that he's gonna get some get back.
Oh, this pain go away, I watch my veins go away. They know that we gon' get some get back.
Later that week, Quando Rondo did an interview with Say Cheese. When he was asked about the night of the King Von incident, Quando said that he doesn't even remember that night.
But I do want to talk about the night of the situation where you were in Atlanta at the nightclub. You walked up to King Von to dap him up. Can you take us through that night?
I don't even remember that night. That was so long ago. You know how that go. That was, man, I don't even remember 2 months ago. Only thing I try my best to remember is when the latest J is coming out. I swear to God. Or when. The only thing I try to remember is when the latest J is coming out. The new season designer clothes.
Then, when asked about the back and forth he and Durk had earlier in the month, he said that he wasn't talking to Durk in that story, but was talking to the label to drop his project.
When I posted about my album and I said, you feel me, drop We all on the time schedule. I was actually talking to the label in a good way, cause my label was like my label very happy about this album dropping.
Durk would seemingly respond to this interview on his IG story, saying that Quando Rondo was capping in the interview, saying, "You act too good. Who your acting coach? Will Smith's?" The next month, on April 21st, 2023, YoungBoy dropped his project Don't Try This at Home. On the track Run the Hood, he takes shots at King Von.
Everybody after me, everybody wanna kill YB, but can't capture me. Behind this one, he deceased.
On the track Like Madden, YoungBoy referenced Von's death once again. A couple of weeks later, on May 3rd, Academics was live streaming when he would say that the beef between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy was squashed.
Now that beef is squashed. You ain't here?
Yo, Hack,
I'm
you
serious.
crazy.
Dirk and YoungBoy don't got beef no more.
bro.
I'm serious.
Imagine.
Dirk and I might have forgot to tell the public that Dirk and YoungBoy don't got beef no more.
A lot of people did believe this because Durk himself actually liked the tweet of a YoungBoy fan page posting this clip on Twitter. Lil Durk then took to IG to dead these rumors, saying, "I ain't friends with no dudes, stop it." Lil Durk really mastered the art of trolling and getting in your head, because this would get NBA YoungBoy pissed. Durk would then post a tweet a couple of days later, sneak dissing YoungBoy, saying, "Humble, I don't get played with just YouTube." This is because YoungBoy is known to be the king of YouTube when it comes to his numbers, and actually was the most streamed rap artist on YouTube for 5 years straight as of 2023. Lil Durk would post the original cover art for his upcoming album, Almost Healed, revealing the release date of May the 12th. NBA YoungBoy would then announce that his mixtape, Richest Op, will be dropping on May 12th, the same day as Durk, trying to sabotage Durk's release date. YoungBoy posted the cover art on Twitter and had some words for Durk and Academics. For when Ac said the beef was squashed, at Lil Durk, "You a bitch and your nasty ass and it's shown." At Academics, "You a pure fat who mouth gonna be the reason you from now on invalid. Hashtag Richest Op." Academics would reply on Twitter saying that YoungBoy was dissing him for sales, but YoungBoy wasn't done. He would put out a series of tweets going at Durk, India, and Academics. At Lil Durk, LOL, "You ever realize you only get a buzz when one of your friends die? Think about it, scary bum bitch. You know I ain't lying, haha." At India, "Tell that bitch he better not drop. He ain't a thing, pretty lady." At Academics, "You steady talking about sales? I'm paid. You can't manipulate me, clown. You embarrassing yourself. Simple fact, I can't be f***ed with. That's why I'm dropping, cause all you dudes and I'm better." Durk would reply with a tweet of his own saying, "I don't know, I ain't seen none." That same day, YoungBoy hopped on IG Live from the Never Broke Again business account to preview new music. During this, he previewed a track called Thug that would become Let's Do It. And on the track, he dissed King Von, saying that they couldn't even stitch him, which is a reference to his autopsy photo. He also dissed Durk, referring to him as Rap Boy, and references Durk's Aha diss track.
Rap boy, say ha ha. Please, can even stitch him from that hole with that heat.
At the end of the live, YB had some words for Durk.
Hey, what up? Yo, and bitch, I catch y'all off you. Believe it. That ain't gonna stop playing. But you got me so turned up, man. I'm turned up in this too. They know how it's gonna turn out dope bitch.
On May 11th, just hours before he was set to drop his album Almost Healed, Durk put out a tweet saying, "Midnight, it's up." YoungBoy would reply to the tweet saying, "It's been up, you a stay down, you better not drop. You ain't never gonna troll off a gangster ever again." Lil Durk was seeing all of this, so he decided to troll and pull a chess move. That night, instead of dropping his album, he would drop a track with J. Cole called All My Life. Durk took to social media that night to announce his album, Almost Healed, was now dropping on May 26th, with a new cover art captioned it, "Almost Healed, May 26th. Aha." Durk really is a masterclass troll. Despite Durk's delay at the last second, YoungBoy did end up dropping his project Richest Op. YoungBoy took to Twitter with the video responding to Durk pushing his album back while turning up to his new mixtape.
Yay! And they bang! You push back, you better better not ever try it again. Don't play with me. Show 'em my watch, mama. This little top nigga. I got that in my pants, got that shit in my lungs.
On this tape is a track called F the Industry Part 2, which sees YoungBoy take shots at Drake, Durk, J. Cole, and Lil Yachty. YoungBoy says that he talked to Drake on FaceTime, but despite Drake liking his music, he can't work with YoungBoy because he is cool with Durk, so YoungBoy declares Drake as his enemy as well.
Drake cross FaceTime when feeling me. Told me that he with that. Damn, that shit getting me.
The second verse has more shots at Drake and Durk, when he once again referred to Durk as Rap Boy, saying that he'll kill his father, Big Durk, and that he and Drake should go and ask Jay Prince about that.
Go ask Jay Prince, I'll kill your daddy, bitch. I ain't worried. So Mr. Rap Boy, like that what got me as a target.
YoungBoy believes that Durk is possibly telling all of his industry friends to not work with YoungBoy and trying to blackball him. After that, Durk was still on his promo run for his upcoming album Almost Healed. On May 23rd, he would sit down with academics for an interview on Act's podcast Off the Record. Act would ask Durk about his tensions with YoungBoy. Durk held up a $100 bill with King Von, hinting that Von's death is the reason for this beef.
What's y'all issue though? Like, because honestly, like, I feel like now it's so, I feel like I gotta be, like, no disrespect, I obviously can't be Mr. Louis Farrakhan in terms of trying to solve something, but if it is something that could be ever solved.
I'm just reading, go ahead, talk, I'm just reading.
If there's something that could ever be solved, or if there's something that you guys could ignore each other, because not everything could be solved.
And Vaughn, we trust. You said what?
What's the issue with you and YoungBoy? Like, how did it start? Because there's a ton
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't know.
Durk would say that YoungBoy wasn't there the night Von got killed, therefore he did nothing, and that it's Quando and Tim that he's after, calling Quando Rondo a little boy and Lil Tim a nerd.
What did you do for me to be into it with you, like the world think? Diss songs back and forth. Cool.
I think he's mad. I think there's two things that he thinks.
But you keep saying he.
Well, I mean, a lot is his perspective, right? Because it's a reason why recently he at you in a tweet.
No, you're right. Go ahead, because you know.
He's at you in a tweet. He's basically now
for what?
He basically says you're either number one scared of him or number two
scared of who? Scared of who?
Quote unquote using him for promo. Well, him.
Scared of who? For what?
NBA YoungBoy.
What'd he do? You don't even know.
All right, no. All right. Let me get to the bottom.
No, listen.
The whole situation that happened with Quando.
How we live and how we go by our shit. And I'm speaking for the whole Chicago. You ain't there. Shut the fuck up. You weren't there. So you made a diss and said something about Vaughn. That's why I don't with you. You ain't did shit. You did zero. In reality, it just happened the way it happened. Like it didn't have nothing to do with age and none of that. Vaughn put the Floyd Mayweather on the mark, and that happened. That's a different situation. His situation. What did he do? Well, what did YoungBoy do for everybody want me and him think we want to kill each other when a real gangster, you know what I mean? When a real gangster get took out by like a nerd type. What did he do to Vaughn?
Nothing.
Okay, cool. So why are you taking full responsibility like you just like this on the Vaughn?
I think he's carrying it on his shoulders because he's feeling that his career
sales.
Well, no, I think he feel like his career, Quando's career, has been affected because
Quando's a little boy.
Well, I mean that's his artist.
I used to have him like this.
You mean Quando?
Saying 63rd, me and Vaughn. Yeah,
there's video of this.
Google it. No, I ain't having it in the head. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm telling like.
Academics would then ask Durk how he feels about the slide for Von comments. But Durk says that he doesn't see the comments anymore for some strange reason, possibly hinting that he's already slid for Von in the form of murdering Lil Pop.
Do you get triggered by the...
Pull up Floyd Mayweather. I mean, pull up Von.
Oh, yeah. Do you get triggered by the
beat
slide?
the his little ass, man. What are you
get
talking
triggered
about?
by the slide for Von comments? Still. I don't know if people still say it. They used to say it, but you also mentioned a song. They be like, they be saying slide for Von. I think they trolling me. Yo, by the way, them songs is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
For some reason, I just don't see them comments no more. For some odd reason. I don't know. Might be the water. You be seeing them comments a lot?
They kind of chilled out a little bit.
I wonder why. We here though. We different in Iraq.
Quando Rondo would respond to Durk, calling Lil Tim a nerd, tweeting, "The nerds got 7 of them last year," which is just crazy to tweet that, because the whole time the feds were keeping close tabs on Quando. Just 3 days later, on May 26th, Lil Durk dropped his album Almost Healed. On the track Pele Co, Durk would reference the slide for Von comments.
Keep telling him slide, on her. Keep telling him slide.
On the third verse, he referenced the night Von died for beating up a goofy, which is Durk referring to Quando, and says that it has nothing to do with Asian Doll.
Man, Brody died cause he beat up a goofy man, this shit nothing about Asian.
On the track War About It, on the hook, Durk once again mocks Quando for screaming no on the news at Lil Pop's murder scene.
He say no, I think he let a hoe got him. He say no.
On the track You Got Him, Durk says that he got someone a car and told him to spin, then saying that it was an accident, maybe trying to say that killing Pop was an accident and they meant to get Quando instead.
Got him a car again, I told him to spin and spin and spin again. That was an accident.
On the track 300 Euros, Durk had some words for Quando.
We in war, so if you high speed with a gun, you getting caught. Brody dead, you saying his name still, you ain't did shit for a show.
A couple of months later, on August 21st, Lil Tim's attorney, Noah Pines, revealed that the felony murder charges against Lil Tim were completely dropped. That same day, Lil Tim dropped a song to celebrate this called Left a Stain, which in itself is a reference to killing King Von and getting away with it. Fast forward to November 10th, 2023, NBA YoungBoy dropped this project Decided 2. The track My Address Public would be a response to Lil Durk when he would ask academics for YoungBoy's address during their interview earlier in the year.
Could you at least tell YoungBoy to be back friends with me?
Who? Give me the address.
Huh?
Give me the address so I can go tell him.
Alright, man.
I'm stalking, telling that I'm on my address public.
In the behind the scenes for the music video, YoungBoy sings the lyrics and has a message for Lil Durk if he wants to pull up on him.
Ballin', who that calling? Tell him I've been snapping, I say. I'm stalking, telling that I'm on my address public, nigga.
That same day that YoungBoy dropped his album, Lil Durk took to Instagram to announce the new OTF album, Nightmare in the Trenches, was dropping that Friday. That Friday, on November 17th, the album was released. On the track I'm the Type, Durk opens up the verse with haunting lines that seemingly talk about Lil Pop's murder.
Chicka, you ain't think I was gonna get you, did you? Share locations, get up on them closest, make his mental wiggle.
A couple of weeks later, on December 5th, 2023, Gilly the Kid would reveal on his podcast $1 Million Worth of Game that he wants NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk to co-headline a festival show if he was hosting it.
Have 2 people as headliners at the Gilly Fest. It would be NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk. I'm just going younger just because if both of them could hit the stage in the same night, it could show the youngins that
that's major.
That's serious, man. The beef ain't that serious. None of this drama ain't that serious. Nothing we got going on that serious. And it's all about giving the fans what they want and making money.
That's what it's about.
So that's what it will be about for me.
NBA YoungBoy would respond in a video saying that he talks to Durk every 2 to 3 nights. Now, a lot of people weren't buying this and just seeing it as YoungBoy being sarcastic.
LG, man, I talk to Durk like every 2-3 nights, man. He be trying to talk to me about my music, and he focused on $1 billion right now. You let them, hey, get them to let me out this house. I hit that stage for you. How you want me to come? Every chain on or just one chain?
That day, Lil Durk would post an IG story claiming that YoungBoy lied about giving him his address 7 times, saying, "You lied about sending the address 7 times. When I asked, I'm finna grab my coat one more time. Send the address." YoungBoy would post a video on his IG story responding to Durk, saying his PO won't let anyone on the property.
Bro, my PO gotta approve you. It don't work like that. You gonna send my ass to jail.
While 2023 ended on a good note for Durk and OTF, on the NBA side, things didn't end too well. On December 8th, 2023, Quando Rondo was arrested on federal drug charges in his hometown of Savannah, Georgia. Quando was also accused of being the leader of the Savannah Rollin' 60s Crips. Quando would be released on a $100,000 bond shortly after his arrest. But Quando's legal troubles would be absolutely nothing compared to what Lil Durk had in his future, because in 2024, Durk's empire that he spent his entire life building would come crashing down on him. "2024 was a huge turning point for this beef. NBA YoungBoy would kick off the year dropping multiple singles. Lil Durk, on the other hand, would start the year off with a feature. On January 12th, 21 Savage dropped his album American Dream. Lil Durk would be featured on the track Dangerous, and on his verse, Durk references that $1 million in cash from the AHA music video and the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast once again, possibly hinting that he's allegedly using this money to have people killed.
I'm the man, I bring $1 million in cash around on robbers.
Later that month, on January 22nd, Durk announced his next project would be the 3rd installment of Love Songs for the Streets. A week later, on January 28th, NBA YoungBoy announced his next album would be releasing on April 19th. The next month, on February 4th, at the 66th Grammys, Lil Durk won his first Grammy for Best Melodic Rap Performance for his track All My Life. Lil Durk was truly at the pinnacle of his career. On March 8th, Lil Tim and Quando Rondo dropped a collab mixtape called Splash Bros, and this tape would of course have references to Von and Durk. We will break down these disses as we uncover Durk's murder case because it will make a lot more sense. On March 17th, NBA YoungBoy would reveal the cover art and title of his next album called I Just Got a Lot on My Shoulders that was set to drop next month in April. But that wouldn't end up happening due to YoungBoy's legal issues. The album would be delayed. On April 16th, NBA YoungBoy would be arrested and booked into Cache County Jail in Utah. This is because YoungBoy was under investigation for allegedly operating a large-scale prescription drug fraud ring while under house arrest in Utah. YoungBoy's scheme reportedly involved several individuals and the use of fake names, forming what authorities describe as a quote-unquote ongoing criminal enterprise. Basically, YoungBoy had people pretend to be physicians and patients under the names Gwendolyn Cox and Bethel White in order to get drugs to his house. On September 19th, 2023, authorities say someone posed as a physician from Provo, Utah to call in a fraudulent prescription to Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram for a patient named Bethel White. Law enforcement officers waited in the parking lot of Reed's Pharmacy for someone to show up to retrieve the bogus prescription, but no one arrived. On October 9th, Spence's Pharmacy received another call from the suspect identifying as the same physician again trying to prescribe to a Gwendolyn Cox. This time, the pharmacist requested a hard copy of the prescription with the patient, and the suspect hung up the phone. Pharmacy employees contacted the real physician in Provo, who denied calling any prescriptions and notifying Spence's that his information was being used fraudulently. On January 17th, 2024, investigators say a fake prescription of propofol with cocaine was called into Larry's Pharmacy in Smithfield, Utah. The prescription had been called in by the suspect, identifying as the same physician for a patient named Gwendolyn Cox, spelled slightly differently. The pharmacy found the call to be suspicious and contacted the physician in Provo, who again denied ordering the prescription. The physician told Larry's about the pattern of fraudulent prescriptions. The pharmacy contacted law enforcement. The court documents say someone at Larry's was in contact with someone who claimed to be Gwendolyn Cox and was making arrangements for their grandchild to pick up their prescription. Pharmacy employees described the voice on the phone as someone who was believed to be a much younger person, disguising their voice to sound much older. The pharmacy attempted to call the phone numbers for the fake physician and Gwendolyn, and they were either disconnected or not in service. Detectives devised a plan to intercept whoever arrived to pick up the prescription from Larry's. 2 different females arrived in a white Chevy Tahoe registered to Kentrell Golden out of Texas, and the inside of the vehicle smelled strongly of marijuana, according to the report. The Tahoe was identified by a specific dent and rims, and is also in one of YoungBoy's music videos, investigators claim. The women were detained and later arrested for their suspected role in the operation. Detectives say the women agreed to a search, during which and an empty case for a .45 caliber handgun were discovered in the vehicle. The woman claimed the marijuana was not theirs, and that they were at the pharmacy to pick up a prescription for a friend whose name they reportedly did not provide. During interviews with the woman, investigators say one of them mistakenly identified the friend as Deborah Cox, not Gwendolyn. YoungBoy would eventually be granted a $100,000 bond and would be free for the time being. YoungBoy would preview some tracks in the early summer of 2024, but his luck with the law would run out. On August 20th, YoungBoy would be slapped with a second felony gun charge in Utah just days after he agreed to move his 2020 federal gun case from Louisiana to Utah to enter a guilty plea. The charge stems from his arrest for the illegal prescription drug fraud ring back in April. YoungBoy would be back in jail awaiting trial, while Durk was still on his generational run, getting ready to drop his next project, Love Songs for the Streets 3. During the summer of 2024, Lil Durk revealed that he entered rehab for an addiction to cocaine. After rehab, Durk was sobered up and ready to move forward at the very peak of his career. But unfortunately for Durk, in October, this would not be the case.
We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is charged in a murder for hire plot.
Lil Durk's real name is Durk Bank, and he is from Chicago. This is his mugshot from Florida, where he was arrested last night and is being held without bond. This comes only hours after 5 people associated with his music business were also accused and taking part in that murder for hire plot. Now, the plot targeted rapper Quando Rondo's cousin, who was killed in 2022. Investigators believe it was retaliation for the earlier murder of Chicago rapper King Von.
On October 23rd, 2024, while Lil Durk was in Miami, his OTF affiliates were arrested on conspiracy to commit murder for hire, allegedly, for the August 22 shooting of Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pob. Prosecutors believe that the shooting was allegedly retaliation for the death of King Von. Now, as I read this paperwork, I just want everyone to know, this is all just alleged information that I am just reading. None of this is proven to be true. According to paperwork, OTF Didi, Vonnie, Flocka, Brown Eyes, and Boogie were all indicted. Durk was eventually arrested hours later near Miami International Airport after law enforcement intercepted him, learning that Durk had booked multiple international flights. Durk allegedly booked flights to Italy, Switzerland, and Dubai to allegedly flee the country and avoid apprehension after learning about his OTF affiliates being indicted. Durk would be charged with the murder for hire for conspiracy for allegedly arranging a hit on fellow rapper Quando Rondo, but the shooters allegedly hit the wrong target and killed Quando's cousin, Lil Pob, with Durk possibly facing life in prison or the death penalty. According to the prosecutors, OTF also acted as an association of individuals who engaged in violence, including murder and assault, at Banks' direction to maintain their status in OTF. Basically, the paperwork is alleging that Lil Durk gave his OTF artists musical opportunities if they murdered people. In this paperwork, they detail the alleged events that took place on August 19th. According to paperwork, on August 19th, 2022, several OTF members and associates used 2 vehicles and worked in tandem to track, stalk, and attempt to murder TB for hours, culminating in a shooting at a gasoline station located near the Beverly Shopping Mall. Now, if you don't know, TB is Taekwon Bowman, the government name of Quando Rondo. The co-conspirators used multiple guns, including a machine gun, and fired at least 18 rounds at Quando's vehicle, striking and killing a victim identified in court documents as SR, aka Lil Pob, who was Quando's family member who had been traveling with Quando Rondo. Durk also allegedly told the hitmen in a text message, quote, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." That same day, the hitmen arrived from Chicago to California. Banks also traveled to California in a private jet with another conspirator, Kevin London Grant. aka Cuz and Vonnie. Later that day, Grant allegedly purchased ski masks to use to commit the murder and paid using a credit card in Durk's name for the other co-conspirators' hotel room as well. After all this went public, people would begin immediate speculation as to how exactly the feds were able to catch Durk. Did someone snitch? And if so, who was it? The media would immediately point the finger to OTF member OTF Jam, who was allegedly wearing a wire ever since his release from a 12-year prison stint in 2022. Photos would surface of Jam allegedly in an interrogation room, so the world believed that Jam was the one who allegedly told on Durk. But there is no real concrete proof or paperwork proving that OTF Jam did cooperate. It's just internet speculation. But there is one person that could have gotten Lil Durk caught, and his name is Brick Baby. For those who don't know who Brick Baby is, he's an underground rapper from Los Angeles. Brick Baby is from the Overhill section of the Rollin' 60s Crips. Quando Rondo also claims Rollin' 60s. Quando was initially cool with the Rollin' 60s in LA, seeing posted up with them in pictures, but eventually, Quando would have a falling out with the gangbangers in LA back in 2019. Quando Rondo was photographed in LA with the Rollin' 60s while throwing up a disrespectful hand sign to the Hoover criminals. LA Hoover, Alshon Martin, would take to Instagram to check Quando for disrespecting the Hoovers, saying, at Quando Rondo, you want to come to LA and jump in LA politics? So I'ma treat you like you from LA. It's on site. I don't care who behind you, and tell your peoples, stay out of my DMs because it's over. Followed by a video addressing Quando.
This message is for Quando Rondo. You in LA on Crenshaw and Slauson, big diss in the set, you know. This is why LA the way it is. These out of state niggas thinking it's cool. They think it's groovy to do like this nigga sets. And one thing I respect for Nip, he never threw up the set. I ain't never seen no picture of him doing that. But one thing about you, bro, when I catch you, I'ma beat your ass, bro. I don't give a who behind you. I see a couple of your people trying to tap in and hit me through my DMs. It's not working, bro. Just keep that same energy. You throwing up the set over there, throw it up everywhere you go.
Now, this wasn't the first time Quando got into a beef with a gang member in LA. Quando also got into a back and forth with street legend LA Crip Big U. In March of 2021, Big U went on The Breakfast Club and claimed that after the beef with Durk, Quando began calling him for protection.
You know, you got a lot of dudes, like when I was here last time, that claim my neighborhood that's in this music, but they don't really fuck with us until it's a problem. Then they call him. Like Quando Rondo. I just showed Envy. Like, you can't call me now. You can't call me when the fire hot. You didn't fuck with me before that.
Quando Rondo would respond, saying that he never called Big U for protection.
Man, cuz, I'ma go ahead and clear this shit up before y'all niggas even get to saying some shit like this. Cuz, first of all, when I hit Unc up, when I hit the big homie up, I was calling that man on some shit like this. Cuz, I got a lot going on. I got a lot of shit going on out here. I know that Cuz is in a lane where Cuz got a lot of charity shit going on. Cuz just got a lot of positive shit going on. You feel me? Which my team was hitting up a lot of more people, like a lot of people, like we've been just calling around everywhere on some shit like, man, it's time for me to start giving back. It's time for me to start straightening my face politics wise. You feel me? It's time for me to leave this street in the streets and just play my role with this internet shit. No, a nigga was not trying to give back just to have a good face card. I was just trying to get back from the heart. I never once called nobody, no nigga on planet Earth for no protection. The fuck, cuz I don't fear no man. Why would I wait to get in some shit and run to the hood? What the fuck, nigga? I ain't even that type of nigga. I ain't no man put fear in me. Killers get killed every day, as you can see. The fuck, nigga, I ain't worrying about no nothing, nigga. No nigga put fear in me. That man, a nigga life already written, cuz. If a nigga gon' die like this, a nigga gon' die like this. If a nigga gon' die like that, a nigga gon' die like that. And nigga ain't running from this shit. This would come with this shit. I ain't never called no man for protection. I never called nobody and said, I need this, I need that. Anybody that I ever called, I called on some shit like, How can I help? How can I do this? How can I do that? I never called no person on planet Earth for protection. My and that's just how it is. If a nigga don't want me to claim this no more, man, so be it.
Big U would of course respond.
Yeah. So I'm addressing this little thing with young nephew with Quando. First of all, I never talked to Quando. You know, it ain't nothing but love with Quando. And I was only addressing something that Shadow Man had said to me. And the nephew reaching out to do something for the kids, definitely do that. Because I never talked to him. He just asked me if somebody reached out. I just feel like I know Cuz and I've been knowing him. And I never heard from him after we had a conversation maybe a year and a half ago. No, maybe 2 years ago. And then, so when he called me, I'm only on positive vibes. So I'm gonna pull up on Cuz or he can pull up on me. I'm in this town right now, so, but I ain't got nothing but love for nephew. And he talked to my son them a week ago about whatever they was talking about. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Not in the midst of nothing the kids got going on. And if Quando want to do something for the kids, for the family, I'm definitely with him on that. You know, definitely support him. But nah, if it ain't positive, man, I'm not rocking with it. I'm just not rocking with nothing unless it's positive. 100. Period. So I'm not even taking negative calls, man. I'm not looking for no negative calls. I'm not taking negative calls. If I think it's gonna be negative, I'm not taking it. If it ain't positive, if it ain't about doing something constructive, helping these kids, I'm out of it. But no, I never talked to nephew. You know what I mean? I never talked to him as he called me, cause I'm on all positive shit, positive vibes. But I will talk to Quando. You know what I mean?
Eventually, this miscommunication would blow over with Big U, and the two would have a sit-down interview on Big U's Checkin' In podcast. This beef wasn't really over though, because after the death of Lil Pop, Big U sent a bold message to Quando Rondo. Now just listen carefully on this Instagram live. Big U says that there isn't no crying, which is very weird because this is right after Quando Rondo was seen crying on the news when Lil Pop died.
Imagine all the dudes, and when the storm came, they folded their tent, they went inside, or they shut down. No, that ain't what no real do. When it get hard for me, I get quiet and I get still, because I need to hear all the doors is opening. I need to know where I'm going, which way I'm going, and I fight harder. That's why I keep winning, because I welcome the challenge. I welcome the challenge. Nah, not no crime for me. Nah, not no crime for me.
Then another very suspicious Instagram live of Big U smoking, celebrating something, and then he reiterates that he doesn't smoke or drink, and he literally kept reiterating that he does not smoke. Very suspicious to me.
It's really just a celebration. I don't drink and I don't smoke cigars, but I don't smoke. But I do get to celebrate.
Shortly after coming home from LA on September 6, 2022, after the death of Lil Pop, Quando Rondo would drop his flag and no longer wanted to claim Rollin' 60s. This came as a shocker to many, and he left subtle hints that the Rollin' 60s in LA might have set him up. Quando posted to his IG story with a lengthy paragraph saying "F everybody" and another one saying, "I'm not Jump Out Gang either, ain't no loyalty in this shit. I'm my own man, I laid my flag down, I'm not neighborhood, y'all ain't gonna ride for a dude for real. It's no sense in me being a part of y'all shit. Y'all f with the opposition." The opposition referring to Durk. I don't give a f who feel hit. F you, and if you can't feel where I'm coming from on this, you a b****** dude, cause it don't take rocket science to see what the f going on. Everybody already hate me, I ain't tripping on the extra hate. I'm about to focus on my family and the ones who gon' really drop a tear if I die. This brings us back to Brick Baby. A couple of days after Lil Pop was killed, Brick Baby would post a video calling Quando Rondo an imitation gangbanger for claiming Rollin' 60s and not being from LA, and not checking in with the 60s in LA.
You are an imitation gangbanger. If you from out of town and you banging the hood from California, you're an imitation gangbanger if you do not check in. If you do not make sure your hood is funded, you don't make sure your hood got blicks, if you don't make sure your hood got sticks and nigga, the kids is eating over there. Nigga, a couple niggas who put you down with the play family is straight. You're an imitation because a mother don't deal with the same enemies we deal with in LA. You don't deal with the same we deal with in LA. So you claiming this for a fashion, and then we really out here dying. Yeah, we feel betrayed. We will book your ass. I got one of the first Atlanta 60s on hood, one of the first waves. Chi cuz on 60 Crip. Every time he get off the plane, cuz he frequents the 60s. On 60, on the F, on Slauson and Crenshaw, nigga. On 60, big bro, where you at? I'm trying to, hey, on 60, don't owe nothing, cuz been down doing this on hood. I ain't gonna give you a SR report card, cuz on 60, it's that I never met. North Carolina, South Carolina, rapping ass nigga on hood. Just cause you got some money, you feel like you beat the odds. You can't leave a hood that you never was in. Nigga. You claiming our hood. You cannot leave a hood you never was in unless you just get put off. Stop claiming the shit. If you don't want to deal with street politics, stop gangbanging, nigga.
Brick Baby has expressed his dislike for Quando Rondo exactly a calendar year prior in his No Jumper interview, clowning Quando for allegedly asking Big U for protection now that he's beefing with Durk, and Adam22 would even confirm that Brick Baby was close with Durk even back in 2021.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like Quando Rondo.
You're not with him.
Boy, stop.
What is it?
Boy,
Explain.
stop it. Understand? Like, don't come to the 60s and want to provide now that bro them on your ass. You get what I'm saying? Like we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
At all. We not doing none of that.
Well, that's gotta be weird for you because you've with Durk so much.
It ain't weird for me.
Yeah.
It ain't weird for me at all. Understand? You know what I'm saying? You're not from Rolling 60s.
Oh, really?
You're not from LA Rolling 60s. You're not from Rolling 60s.
Right.
On the hood. We didn't make that call.
But
you didn't put that on the board like you finna make this play. On the hood. We didn't make that call.
But didn't Big U and him kind of squash at a certain point, I feel
You
like?
gotta come talk to the streets.
Ironically enough, a couple of days after Quando Rondo dropped his flag, Brick Baby did an interview with Cam Capone News and would speak on Quando Rondo and even denied that he was in the middle of it after Quando subliminally accused the LA Rolling 60s of setting him up.
There was the Quando Rondo situation at the in Beverly Hills at the gas station.
Yeah.
And I seen you made some comments about that. I guess there was rumors about you.
Yeah.
And you kind of came out and denied anything?
Yeah, the internet gonna say what they want to say. 100%, the feds got Lil Pop phone. You get what I'm saying? Nobody know them boys was there. I was in Atlanta, so 100%, the police know what's going on. When the police don't post nothing on the news, they know what's going on. They don't have to post nothing. You get what I'm saying? I ain't saying that somebody told them what happened. You get what I'm saying? But the police know I don't got shit to do with nothing. The police gonna do their job. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the police do their job, because I ain't do. You not finna put me in the middle of no murder while I'm raising my kids. I didn't do. You get what I'm saying? Now, if y'all caught me slipping on camera and I really popped something and y'all got it, like, nigga, it's all on the internet. It's like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be commenting on it, though. I wouldn't be saying, hey, leave my name out of it and shit. I'd probably go the scary way and just blank out all social media and just get up out of here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about it. They gonna have to come find me. I'm not operating with a phone or nothing after I do some shit.
Brick Baby did another interview that same week saying that in LA, people used to say that you're not a real Rolling 60 until you kill a Rolling 60, which allegedly could be alluding to setting up Quando Rondo.
Dark cloud over the set, right? It's been there. We got a curse in the hood to where, like, we be killing homies and shit. Like it was at a point, and I be trying to change the narrative. Like at a point, it was like everybody in LA used to say, "Oh yeah, you ain't a real 60 till you kill a 60. You ain't a real one till you kill one. You upset when we was kids."
Then would clown Quando Rondo for dropping his flag.
Have you ever thought about leaving the set alone? Because recently there was a young rapper who said he's done with that. He said he's done with that. But
hey, well, said 1, 2, 3. Man, never in life. Even if I was like, we got retired gangbangers in the hood.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's the way you go about it. You go never drop your flag though.
Brick Baby dropped a song alongside OTF affiliate OTF C3 called Brick Lotto. On this track, there were some eerie lyrics about someone claiming rolling 60s and having a real hood get at them. Then a lyric about dropping locations and pulling up. The same thing Brick Baby is accused of doing to Quando, setting him up. Rumor would begin that Brick Baby was OTF's newest signee, being closely affiliated with OTF and close with Durk. In January 2022, on a No Jumper interview, OTF Duty Low would say that he taps in with Brick Baby, as Brick Baby can be heard in the background saying 60 TF, combining the Rollin' 60s and OTF.
How do you know my friend Brick Baby over here?
That's gang.
How long you been knowing him?
Huh?
How long you been knowing him?
I've been knowing bro for like 4, 5 years. 5 years solid.
Wow.
Like 7.
7.
Yeah, for sure.
Who else you tap with out here in LA?
Brick Baby.
That's it.
I don't, you know.
Is this all starting to make sense now? There was even a photo that surfaced of Brick Baby and Lil Durk in the studio with a Reddit post claiming that they've been close for years and was on Quando's ass for claiming rolling 60s while not being from LA. This photo is a still capture from a vlog on Brick Baby's channel with Lil Durk, confirming that he was cool with Durk and the Black Disciples that Durk is allegedly affiliated with. And it's speculated that they've been cool since 2015. In late August of 2022, a page on IG posted a clip of Brick Baby sending a message to Quando Rondo on No Jumper, to which NBA YoungBoy would get himself involved, saying, "Wait till I start talking." In early 2023, Brick Baby did an interview that very well could be the reason why Lil Durk is behind bars. On February 2nd, 2023, an interview that Brick Baby did with No Jumper was uploaded, and during this interview, Brick Baby says that the people who say "slide for Vaughn" can't say that no more because of the murder of Lil Pop. Even the interviewer, Flacco, was blown away by what Brick Baby just said.
Oh, they did something. Oh, slide for him. Oh, you a Oh, yeah.
Slide for Vaughn, right? Yeah.
They say you can't say that no more.
Why? Oh, yeah, because of... Wait, no. Like,
They
who died?
say you can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FVG Cash? Or who?
Nah, because Lil Pop.
Oh. What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more. That's the new term on, like, no more slide for Vaughn.
Because of Lil Pop. Now, after that incident, though, your fellow brethren, Quando Rondo, took off his flag and put it down. Now, like, do you think that he was justified for doing that?
We're not going into...
Come on now. Listen.
After that, in April 2023, Brick Baby dropped a new track called Not Enough, to which the title, according to Brick Baby himself, in the description of the video, is him addressing the rumors he signed to OTF for $100,000, then saying that $100K is not enough, hence the title of the track. Now, according to WAC 100, the world thought that the shooting that Quando Rondo was involved in at the Beverly Center was a drug deal gone wrong, until Brick Baby did that No Jumper interview in February of 2023.
We all thought that was a bad drug deal. You know that. The world thought that that shooting was a bad deal between some Armenians or Persians. That's what the world thought.
According to Wack 100, after Brick Baby said this, the feds would be all over him, to which Wack thought it was a gun charge for an AK-47. Wack then says that the feds came to Brick Baby's house in June of 2023 to allegedly get his cell phone to investigate the murder of Lil Pop and didn't give it back.
March, the feds get on Brick. We don't know this. Jump to June 2023. Feds come to Brick Baby's house. We're under the presumption that it's an AK-47 case. But what really happened was they came there to get his cell phone.
Then Wack 100 accuses Brick Baby of being the one that gave Lil Durk's goons Quando Rondo's location to set him up.
Yeah, the feds came in, they took my cell phone, still haven't given it back, right? If you go in there and look at that report, number 4 is a local guy that was dropping Quando's locations.
Oh.
And that's the reason why Quando Rondo dropped his flag when he went home.
Now, after the murder, when Quando went back to Georgia, what did he immediately do?
Dropped his flag?
There it goes. What was he claiming?
Roll 60 script.
Where Brick Baby from?
Roll 60 script.
What you think the police told Quando?
That the Roll 60s set him up?
Who you think he checked in with?
Roll 60s?
With who?
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
I'm
not going to say.
Listen.
This brings us into March 2024. Quando Rondo and Lil Tim dropped their collab project Splash Bros, and on the track Most Wanted, Quando might just be confirming Wack's theory, because on his verse, Quando had some words for Brick Baby. He starts off by saying that it's time to make the score 2-1, meaning that he has to avenge Lil Pop's murder. Then directly mentioning Brick Baby by name.
Time to make this go to one and they got one down on my gang. On the phone like I was dumb and had to laugh at Brick Baby.
Then Quando takes a dig at the Rolling 60s in LA, saying that he's gonna show Cali with Savannah's on. Unfortunately, this mixtape would end up being removed off of all DSPs and YouTube and being scrapped completely. On October 25th, Quando Rondo dropped a track called Life Goes On that was a tribute to people he's lost in his life. On the second verse, Quando says that people are beefing about the color of a bandana, possibly referring to being set up by Brick Baby.
Beefing about the color of a bandana. That's why I put my flag down and I picked up a Quran.
After dropping Life Goes On, Quando Rondo had a complete change of heart. He went on his IG story to forgive anyone he's had issues with, which also means Lil Durk. We didn't get into this music industry to make it, just to stay caught up in the street shit. We all have families and communities counting on us. It's time to leave all that behind. We've already lost so much, and it's heavy on my heart to forgive anyone I had issues with in the past. It's all love from me, praying for everyone. Life goes on. 4 days later, on November 19th, 2024, NBA YoungBoy would plead guilty for a prescription drug fraud ring in Utah and was anticipated to receive a 27-month sentence in prison. While behind bars, on December 6th, 2024, NBA YoungBoy's album I Just Got a Lot on My Shoulders would be released. On this album was a track called Blood on My Soul, and this was a full-length diss track towards Lil Durk. NBA YoungBoy would open up the verse asking Durk where his man's at, meaning King Von.
Don't worry about it from late, you just stay safe, it's where your man.
Then YoungBoy referenced Durk's legendary mixtape, Signed to the Streets, how he grew up bumping it, but he's trying to send Durk where his man is, referring to King Von.
I'm gonna zip you in your crib just for saying that. To the streets I grew up playing and trying to send him where his man's at.
Then later in the verse, he sends another threat to Durk, saying to watch how he talks or he'll get Durk's father involved.
I ain't scared at all. Talk, I say all y'all. Better watch your mouth the way you talk or get your dating body.
Then on the second verse, more disrespect to King Von, saying that he got him gone and how Von's people hate him for his death.
They know I got that gone. His people hate me for that. Say they gon' blame me for that.
This track was a grueling threat to Lil Durk, and it seemed as if YoungBoy was not letting up on Durk anytime soon. This would be the last diss in this beef, because on December 12th, 2024, NBA YoungBoy was sentenced to 23 months in prison for a federal gun case. Not long after this, on January 10th, 2025, Quando Rondo turned himself in to serve a 33-month prison sentence stemming from his drug conspiracy arrest in December of 2023, which would make him eligible for a summer 2027 release with good time credit. Just 3 days later, news broke that would shock the world, as it was revealed that NBA YoungBoy had a new release date from prison, which was now July 27th, 2025. And that's where we would leave off currently as this video is being made. It's sad to see how this all turned out, with Lil Durk possibly spending the rest of his life behind bars, Quando Rondo now locked up for 33 months, YoungBoy behind bars, and King Von tragically passing away. This is truly one of the most deadly beefs the world of hip-hop has ever seen. The sad truth is, I don't think ending this beef is possible due to the lives that were lost on both sides.